Yeah,
right.
and the coach of Dallas Cowboys said it bordered on ethical sportsmanship, or like I forget the exact phrasing. But...
yeah, he thought it was an ethics question when it was very clearly not. Okay.
The same man who advocated for the internment of Japanese citizens in World War II.
Hey, Lucky.
Hello.
Well, Lucky's decided to visit us.
I guess my yelling was not picked up on the mic fast enough.
No, I heard it.
Oh, you heard it. Thank you.
I heard a little bit of Hargle Bargle,
I
but
did.
Discord really ate that up.
It's like, oh wait,
Yeah.
I guess I guess Lucky's here.
Discord consumed like 95% of the yell.
Yes, I think it did.
But okay, we're live with Uno right now.
Yes.
Well, not quite, but hold on. Let me drop the cover because we're in. I've got 4 people here. I have invited 4 souls, and also Lucky showed up. Well, I invited 3 souls, and Lucky showed up. I invited myself too to the blagg hole of Uno Flip. It's time for Uno. What did I call this? Return of the Revenge.
Yes.
Return of the Rising Revengeance.
It's just gonna get kind of.
Which,
Yeah.
shocking everyone with a turnaround victory, destroyed everybody to win the stream poll.
Uno Flip just stabbed Among Us in the back.
Yeah,
No,
no,
Uno
I
played the
turned
reverse
down.
card and it won. That's what happens.
I was hoping for like.
I know. Like I put some interesting thoughts in there, but
Uno
I
Flip
prefer,
was
like,
Mom
Yu-Gi-Oh!
said
or,
it's
like,
my
board
turn on
games,
the stream.
but okay. So we're
I
all
made
here.
for
We
all
got
the
all our
votes for okay,
rules
bro.
on. We got some viewers. Hi guys. Haven't seen any comments in the thing yet. There we go. Okay.
Oh,
Somebody's
there's no 7-0, or is that just
yeah,
just a flip
7-0 is
stream?
not allowed in Flip,
Oh, okay. Okay.
which
That's
is unfortunate.
unfortunate.
But
I don't think I've ever played Flip actually, so that I'll
Well-
just be suffering.
we're gonna
I
start.
hope you're ready for the fucking Dark Zone.
Yeah. There's some fun cards in the flips.
Up and Dallas has shown up as well.
Oh, cool.
You
Wait,
never know when
three.
someone will die, or at the very least, it's fun to listen into.
Like I said, I purposely waited till people was in. I was like, okay, now I'll show up. Because I know some people was like, oh, Lucky's here. Let me just talk. I'm like, no. Sit there, play the goddamn game.
Oh my
Drink your
God,
goddamn tea.
There's just like I need to read all these things. What the hell?
To be fair though, I just got out of class, so.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fine.
All right.
Oh shit! I lost a jump in there because I'm
Oh,
trying to find
now
my
I
remote.
can't hear anyone. Okay, give me a second.
Everyone?
Fucking Discord.
Fucking Discord,
Oh
mate.
shit! Guess what?
What?
Welcome to the Dark Zone, bitches.
Yeah, no. I don't know why. Every time I plug my microphone in, it changes it to my speakers.
It's wild.
Hold on, I might need to adjust Dallas's in Discord volume.
Here
So
you go,
what are we
Spare.
Okay.
You playing some Uno Flip?
Why do I have?
You got a +5.
No, but why do I have like a whistle next to my thing?
I don't
Because you're a
know.
whistleblower? I don't know.
Shit,
about right
I
to
gotta
me.
draw. Oh, well, Axe, pick up that deck.
What?
So
Okay,
this card
I'm
works.
fine.
So the pick up the deck card is draw until you get the color I call.
Oh.
I just drew a card. I drew one card.
Yeah, you drew a
That was
card
like
and got a
that,
magenta.
that was like the best case scenario.
Oh,
You didn't have a magenta?
well, I did, but I open the description to look at things, and I keep thinking the circle closes it. The circle's also a draw.
All right. I did not have any cyans, so I had to draw.
Now you just gotta hit R2 to take out the description. Also, Dallas, you're right over there. I'm just hearing constant like.
Oh, we're going back.
Testing. Yeah, I hear you constant testing.
Oh God, no!
Axe draw 1.
+1.
Ah, shit. Now I draw +1. No, Axe still draws 2.
No,
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
make-
make law.
Loth draw 3.
Is this better?
I see. This is how
Yes,
it's
you're
going to
fine.
be, huh?
Yeah, this is how it's gonna be. Don't mind Lucky. He's playing fucking Stellaris over here.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to pull up stars. Ah, a
Nani?
normal wild.
I see. In which case, I shall give a spare 1.
Oh no.
What are you?
Swarm.
Oh fuck.
Now here's the thing.
What
I
is
can only
this?
play this one. Back we go.
Okay.
Actually, hang on a fucking second here.
Yep. No, you called
Well,
it
I
ahead
just
of time.
realized I'm having trouble figuring out what's going on since I'm watching the goddamn stream. I'm like, wait a minute. See if I can. Request
Did
to
anyone
watch.
keep track of what acts have
win.
in Windows?
Nope.
Damn it!
No.
Oh, he goo.
There you go. You've got 70 of 500 points. Good job, Axe.
God damn, look at
We're
all,
going
look
to
at all this.
500.
I've done.
I've got. Hey, listen. The stream's got to last 3 hours.
I just
mean,
realized
sure.
with
Some
my
topics
with our
already.
icons, one of these things is not like the others.
I mean, remember, the last one just evolved into me and Lucky doing karaoke for Nickelback, I think.
I mean,
That was
the last
definitely a
one-
stream that happened. Yes.
Yes, the last one ended
Uh,
up
shit.
for like an hour and a half.
It still might devolve into karaoke.
That is
You
very-
never know.
Just saying.
We don't know what will happen.
Let's save that until actually being exhausted.
Hey,
It's true.
Masako,
We're
wait,
only like 8
I
minutes
just
into
got
the
off work.
stream.
I'm already tired, fucker.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, for the rest of us, it's like
I've been doing finals all week. I'm the living dead.
I finished mine Sunday, and I'm so happy.
The Wild Frog 2?
Yep. Flip.
It's
You know,
it's
nah, I don't actually-
spooky.
I don't actually need to watch. I'll just listen.
You're not missing much. You're really not.
Oh, it's on so much of a delay. It's pointless.
Yeah, I know that's the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Which is
don't you
weird because
be
we're
like,
low latency. I could have said it
Yeah, I know,
ultra
but
low.
still,
I guess,
like
but
it's still like 30 seconds to a minute, I think.
Well, I suppose low is less than that when it's going out, but yeah, probably with compared to Discord speed.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Everybody can hear everybody okay, by the way, in chat, right? I got my eye open for chat.
A 2! Here, take this.
I guess I just do.
Yeah,
Axe, you gave
correct.
me +3 last time.
That is how
They were
those work.
To me.
Let's go to the other side. Oh shit, I love the other side. Damn.
This is not a bad hand.
Yeah, I love cold colors.
They are nice, yeah.
I mean more just the colors I got. Though I admit, I do appreciate that they did that thing with the color schemes. You know, where it's orange, purple, cyan, and magenta.
Are you serious?
Posterior, for sure.
Ah!
Magenta isn't a color though.
It actually is though.
No, I know.
Oh,
Now,
well,
what
I
I've
guess this is
what I've
my
actually
way.
heard, I've heard an
Aw.
interesting, I suppose we'd call it a color theorem, is that indigo's not a real
Alright.
color, but cyan actually is. I don't have any purples.
Wait, you don't remember that though, Omega?
Not as a big thing, no. But I do actually.
No,
it was-
when Jeremy lost his mind about magenta not being a color.
well, that was a shade thing because Jeremy went to art college when they did their own one of their Uno games. But no,
it was,
like
it was whatchamacallit, the thingy. The
oh, was it
game.
it was no, it's right. It was a Trivial Pursuit. Not
No,
Trivial Pursuit.
that's the
game I don't wanna play with Omega.
Uno.
Murder Party Trivia. Yeah, I know. There are some
Trivia
games that
Murder,
people
yeah.
probably don't want to play with me. Trivial Pursuit. Several people have already expressed they don't want to play Clue with me.
Well, the problem with Triple
Yeah, I
Pursuit
can
is
see that.
there's no private games. It's only matchmaking. Which is
Omega,
I think I could give you a run for your money in Trivial Pursuit.
Don't you?
Oh,
mean the couple
I'm
ways
sure a
calling
lot
it
of people
Cluedo?
could. I thought about making the joke about Cluedo, but yeah,
Oh
I
my
know.
god, game.
Lucky is not one
Oh,
of
hey,
those
it's me. I still don't have yellows.
I
Same
seem to
here.
have the ability to have a bunch of useless random knowledge.
Dear
Hey,
God,
Axe,
what's
do you have a
happening?
green? He's looking
I
at
have-
you, kid.
I have a ton of greens.
Well, there you go, buddy.
No! How could this happen to me?
Oh, they're in all the same
Very
playlist
equally.
because all actual plays are in a playlist. Oh, stack. That was the wrong
Oh
button for
no!
that.
Oh no! No!
So that was when we were actually like those were recorded. The Fate RPG sessions were recorded on a Wednesday and uploaded like right after, so they are interspersed. And the playlist is just ordered by when they were
You go
uploaded.
off.
Fuck you! It's red now.
It's
Okay with that.
it's a thing.
Never mind. It's
Yeah,
all red.
I need to like budget out some time and actually make a solo Fate RPG playlist and put it on our front page just so people can watch those 6 sessions of hell.
I don't want to say what we did was good, but it was entertaining, I hope.
I feel like
I
it
was entertained.
I liked parts of it, but it was also a lot of it was like I think the first half of it was literally just us getting the understanding what the fuck we were doing.
No, that's how usually it starts.
And then I one shot Heracles. You know, that was a thing. Things happen.
All right, we're going
There was
back.
more to that, but okay.
I mean,
Oh,
there's a
God,
lot of
yeah.
things that happen, but yeah. I
I
think
suicide
everybody
bombed
got
the
their
bridge.
really big moment.
I think I did.
No, I'm pretty sure every servant did the
You
thing
know.
at least once.
Got right. Yeah.
What color did Loth have? I know we saw. But
No, I think I cucked Robin though.
Kinda.
What color do I have? It's green. I'll tell you
I think
right
the character
now.
Rob was playing probably.
Well,
didn't help
let's
him.
see how it is on the other side with that orange you got.
No!
Oh, it was
Yes.
a lot. We had no.
Got
no way.
him's. XX Saber got him's.
He did the thing. Uno.
Oh, it was a wild last time.
Yeah, it's a wild.
It was a yeah.
He's got a wild +2. He was lying to us. Like a lying liar who lies. Okay, alright, hold on.
+5.
That's not very helpful right now, Vesper.
I mean, it's the only card I got.
Okay. Oh.
No!
Also, there's that. It worked out.
Welcome to hell, everybody. The hell
It
zone.
feels like
Yes.
someone.
Welcome to Uno, where the Uno means when the Uno signifies how many fucking friends you're gonna have after this game.
No, if you want a game,
That,
I mean, I
that's my
technically
secret,
have
Lucky.
it.
I have no friends.
I
Well,
technically
I'm
have
just
it,
gonna strike laws from the list now.
but
Ah, shit.
we could always play Mario Party.
Can we actually play Mario Party, though?
Yeah, can we?
Actually, when was the latest Mario Party?
Super Mario, I'm sure you can get Super Mario Party to go wireless if we all had Switch Online or whatever.
I probably
Oh,
got
that's
to the
right.
dark side. I
I
just
keep
don't want to get plus
forgetting
side to Omega.
Nintendo is Nintendo.
I mean, we get.
Been seeing that for a few seconds.
I'm playing what I'm playing. Oh, I don't like that
God
color
damn
very
it.
much.
That's 2 wild cards in Axe's hand. That's 1 now.
Okay, well,
I can't.
Gonna do research.
pick up that fucking deck. Aw, damn it. That's twice that's happened to me. Ha! Jumping is still on.
Actually, yeah. Actually,
Jumping
no,
is still
looking at it, now that we've cleared up the
Curses.
playlist, we could probably add a few more back. I mean, not back, but a few more in.
Yeah, it's just, I've talked about this before. Unfortunately, YouTube's playlist building system is really shitty. You have to either pick from like your 20 or whatever 25 most recent videos. You have to search for your video on YouTube, which means you're using YouTube search to do it.
Oh no.
Which is not great for us because we're not huge. Or you have to know the URL. So I have to like pull open our channel menu and hunt down every individual URL to build the playlist, and I just haven't taken the time. I'll jump in to do that yet. I will do it.
Still on.
But yeah,
Alright.
it's just a thing I've been thinking about because I do want to. That's a good thing I want to promo and hopefully lead people into listening to future APs.
Listen to Star Wars, damn it!
I
We just
see.
had an AP of nothing but Uptown fucking meeting.
It was actually pretty hilarious. I gotta admit, I really enjoyed the last episode.
Oh, you listened to it already?
Well, the last
I was-
episode doesn't exist yet.
Oh, no, probably
Lucky hasn't
it wasn't
uploaded
probably the last one, but not Sundays. But probably the one before.
More food.
Just
He
kidding.
can't
I
keep
listen to
getting
them
away with
fairly
this.
regularly.
Yes, I know. I know Dallas listens, which is why I occasionally will drop jokes for him.
Yes, and all of the I mean, the entire series is kind of my thing because you named all of the titles after songs.
Yeah, we started that. That's really Lucky's idea. Where after I named the first one, because I figured I would want to do actual names to make them more searchable. Lucky was like, "Oh, if you're gonna name one after a song, we have to name them all after a song." And I'm like, "Well, if we can keep coming up with song names, sure." And so
Lucky
far, it's worked.
has not stopped.
And they're great. I think my favorite is still Thunder Horse.
But what do you think of the illegal arena one?
That was just like, that is a name I haven't heard. And it was a Star Wars moment of like, that's a name I haven't heard in years.
Oh, I have to draw a card.
Oh god, which
I think we
episode
called you
was
out that time,
Thunderheart?
yeah.
I can't remember.
Well, one of them was Ring of Fire. I'm pretty sure.
I think that was the one where you fought the Rancor.
All right.
Or was
Oh,
it-
Thunder Horse. That was when you attacked the Bandogora Citadel.
Oh
And
yeah,
Despair-
because
Right.
everything was on fucking.
Aha! I get to play, and Despair doesn't.
Aha! I get to do a thing. Welcome to the Dark Zone.
I have to
Oh shit! I hope I have good Dark Zone cards. I don't really.
Rip. My capital Tiamat has unemployed people. How dare?
Oh,
Oh,
shit!
Joke's on you!
Oh shit.
I meant to ask you.
Oh,
Sure, okay. Okay.
Oh my god, I meant to ask you.
Alright.
How is the? Oh,
Sorry.
how is the one to doing?
Since you want.
I saw it earlier. Hang on. It's
It's already
at
out,
this
yeah.
moment it's at 1,000 views.
Yeah, it's not as big as some Wanteds, but I don't know if that's just because YouTube's being different about it. Like, I've tried to promo it. It did better than Shang Yu.
Poor Shang Yu.
Yeah. Well, and
that-
also,
well-
I can tell everybody on stream today,
Today.
I filmed and uploaded Wanted Bradamante because you never know what FGO is going to do.
Yeah, I know. I was actually like super confused. I was like, wait a minute. Then I start checking news sites. I'm like, I see nothing.
Yeah, I don't think anything else.
I always was planning on having it ready this week because they could just start it on like Thursday or something without warning us. So I was like, I need to be ready. I like to
What
give
is
it to some English.
Jesus,
That's
Oh,
that's
no.
just off. He played a 9. The kid just doesn't have any blues. Oh my god.
Rip.
They
I have a blue.
massacred my
You're
boy.
like 8 cards.
Oh shit. Oh, despair. Why? Why did you do that to me?
You fool!
Oh
I
shit.
win!
Oh, we go back. Good play, Loth.
I
Good
did.
play.
And
I
big one-
died.
more points than
I
big
died.
one.
Oh,
again.
and he scoots into the lead because we had so many fucking cards. Nice.
Australian power.
He made his home in the Upside Down, obviously.
So, so Omega, how was like the backtelling of like how fucking weird the Italian opera gets?
It was a thing. I think I
He's
spent at
looking
least
at
half
YouTube.
as much time describing to people why Bradamante exists as a character as I did actually explaining her character, because it's weird. Spoilers, Bradamante and Astolfo and a lot of those paladins don't exist until the Italians get a hold of it in the Renaissance.
Can I get a turn, guys?
I thought Astolfo
many years
did.
ago did
I mean,
actually
Astolfo
exist?
might have been name dropped. I'm not certain because I haven't done a one in Astolfo. That'll be next year, guys. But like a lot of the weird Astolfo shit isn't until
Oh god, I'm Googling
Orlando in
Astolfo.
Love,
This is gonna end well.
Orlando in Love, and Frenzy of Orlando. Like
Alright.
it's a thing.
Okay.
Hey, you
How
saw
many
me. I drew into that one.
It's a
Stop
tennis
the
rally between
conversation.
Omega and I.
Oh, you guys are assholes. I won a damn turn.
Respect, you know this
Well,
about
there you
us.
go.
How much? There you go.
Okay, so no, yeah,
He's
Astolfo
not
is from
guaranteed.
Astolfo is from the Matter of France.
Well, yeah, it's all still called the Matter of France. The question is just when's his primary source? Because
How many?
Reynald is who's Bradamante's
Here
brother
we
is
go.
actually mentioned in medieval legends.
Give
but
me more power.
Astolfo's not a major character at least
Okay,
until
so basically,
Okay.
his name does appear in the original story, but he is like not in it. He's like, oh, also there's a paladin named Astolfo. Anyway,
yeah, that is unfortunately how a lot of those poor paladins are. It's just like,
Stop cutting
and
each other
joining Roland were these 6 guys who have names and these 6 guys who don't. They exist.
yeah.
And then one of the Italians was like, one of them is a chick, and she's cool. No, seriously, like there was actually some effort. All right, I don't know if I like this.
Anyway, so it's like.
But no, there was like
exist.
there's actually some effort done to make Bradamante cool in an Italian Renaissance sense. Like the patrons of both those guys who wrote those epic poems that got turned into operas and stuff connected Bradamante to the noble family who was patroning them. Like, so it's not like she was a loser or nothing. Oh, I
Don't
can't
make
play
it
either of
cyan.
those.
Don't make it cyan.
Don't
I
make it
think-
cyan. Well, I want to do this then.
That's what he has.
Oh, I only drew 2.
All right.
Ancient mining drones.
All those.
So only 6 of the paladins actually exist. as
I
characters now?
use 6 because that's roughly half, but I don't actually know how many are named. I'd
I
have to
think
check.
there's only I think there's 7 that are named, but only like 3 of them are actual characters.
Yes, only a few of them actually do stuff in the Song of Roland.
It's
Well, I
like
guess we're going back.
Roland and his 2 cousins. I can't remember their names.
And we don't even know his cousin, so it's like.
Yeah, I'll be
Well,
there.
no.
Actually, well,
so
the
yeah.
more I think about this, like that's pretty much par for the course in a lot of these big stories. It's like, all right, we're a big group of heroes, except we're actually going to talk about these 4 in particular.
Well,
it's
yeah,
like,
I mean, if you
could-
think
could-
about it, if you think about going back to the matter of Rome, which is what the medieval scholars called the Iliad, the Odyssey, and the Aeneid, if you think about that even, that's how the Aeneid happens. Oh, man, wow, we're just going
Damn.
round and round. Jesus.
I just top that twice.
Oh, well, I've gotten my karma.
Well, if you think about it, like the Charlemagne's paladins are really weird. Even in
Yes.
even in like
Oh, but no,
historical
actually, I
context.
should finish my thought though. What I was gonna say was that
Sorry.
so the Aeneid follows Aeneas, who is named in the Iliad, but does nothing and runs away at the end. Like, he's just another rando Trojan prince. Well, you've done this to yourselves, guys. And by guys, I mean Vesper. Because
No,
things
I'm
are reversed
guessing
tonight
it's-
of colors.
Hey.
I could have jumped in on myself, but I didn't want to.
Oh.
Yeah, you also
I
have.
got to play this, I guess.
Hey, Omega, I think I found a fucking portal to the old one in Stellaris.
That is entirely
Oh,
possible.
Be
How
very careful.
Careful
can
with
did
those.
destroy
that
you.
flip exactly fuck me? Well, I guess we're going back, guys.
Okay,
What
sure.
what I was gonna say before I forget it is the weird thing to me about the Paladins of Charlemagne is that Charlemagne was a real dude. It's not like King Arthur where everyone in that
All the
story
girls,
is
yeah.
made up.
Well,
But Charlemagne existed.
it's entirely possible that there was a guy named Arthur.
Well, it's like
It is the
Arthur
other end.
Pendragon, I should say.
Yes,
Whereas
the
Charlemagne-
character of King Arthur and all those legends, not real.
Whereas Charlemagne is.
Holy shit.
Absolutely yes.
Holy shit, we just killed Loth.
You killed
So
Locke.
that's always been weird to me, where it's like,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna accelerate a murder here.
hey,
Hello,
y'all
Cyan
made
Fox.
me draw. Y'all
Damn
made me draw 15. I don't want to hear shit.
It's true.
Fucking, I tried to jump in, I hit
Holy
squares in a
shit.
circle.
426.
Oh, this card let me win.
Yeah, because I had 17
All right,
cards
so
in
we
my
have a
hand.
new rule. It's called Kill Axe. We've only been
What?
streaming for 20 minutes.
We can play multiple games. It's fine.
Why?
Well, this is what happened in the first time we played. The first game lasted like all of 10 minutes, and then the second game lasted for 2.5 hours.
For 5,000 years. Stack it! Stack it!
I guess I'm
Yeah.
just dead now. Okay, it's fine.
And
I
now
can't wait.
Astolfo is easily the most famous of the 12 Paladins of Charlemagne for
Because Japan became a
Reasons.
fanboy.
Because fate.
Because-
Uh,
femboys take over the world.
Was that,
Because people are
was that
making
your
art of them.
religion, Dallas?
Yes, it's still my religion. It's my secondary religion.
after Moth.
Also, something today I learned lesbian sex is completely okay by the like ancient Jewish texts, which is really weird.
I mean,
And
isn't
they
that
actually-
isn't that a valid interpretation of the Bible? A man should
But
not
no,
lay with another
they go
man.
into very distinct detail about tributism.
And we've been
Wow.
banned.
How did you learn to be a lesbian? Oh, you know, it's Jewish scripture.
Well, no, because the thing is, it was a bunch of rabbis arguing whether or not this is really fucked up, by the way. I don't endorse these views. It's like arguing, does that make someone a virgin or not? Like, if you do that, are they still considered a virgin? And the conclusion they came to was yes.
Vesper is just trying to make me destroy them constantly. Like, every play you make is like leading to me playing a bad thing against you. Like this.
I'm just playing cards. I don't know what you guys
Don't
are
worry,
doing.
Omega, you get a 2-for-1. I don't have a blue.
It's all I had. I'm down to 2 cards. I don't have a lot of options. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
You know,
Okay,
I honestly wish there were more servants from operas. That could be fun.
It's an interesting genre. I think usually. Oh, well, I guess we go right back. Thanks, game.
All right.
Usually, I think Fate tries to draw from like the most primary sources, unless they're doing something funny or weird. In which case, they're like, okay, so Sigurd and Siegfried are the same guy, but they're not because they're from they're 2 regional differences of the same myth. So they're different dudes, but they're not. And it's like, what
Just
are
do
you
it so we
doing
can
to
have
me?
the Bryn joke.
It's never ending.
Christloth,
Oh,
just pick up
Lord.
a fucking blue. There you go.
That's the problem with having it be infinite sometimes.
This is the game that never
Yeah.
ends.
Vesper's sitting over there on an Uno, though
We can't
I'm
let that
sure
happen, though.
Loth has some painful cards in there. I don't want to hear anything about what can't
I
happen for
distinctly
you,
remember
Axe.
last game, Loth being on an Uno and then drawing 10 cards.
Dallas, you say that this is my first time playing Uno with you guys on stream, so I'm not sure what the fuck.
I
you're
think he
talking
meant last
about.
No,
round.
I mean last round.
Oh.
All right, well, Vesper
Yeah.
got the kill and made us go to the dark zone.
What I meant was 10 minutes
Damn.
ago.
And
Oh, my
Omega's
bad.
sitting pretty with 0 points. This is clearly karma for inviting you all
Yeah.
to my
So
dark
legitimately,
game.
I just
Omega
need
professional
a normal
ghost.
win. and
Is
I'm
it really karma?
Yes.
I mean, I have doomed you all to this hell, except I didn't because Vesper fucking
We all signed up here.
volunteered. Like,
I mean, I
you
understand.
heard that Uno was real. You were like knocking on my window, like, let me in. I'm an Uno.
Hey, I love Uno.
Oh, I know. We have quite a few Uno aficionados. I'm
good
glad
on it.
because it won, and I was like, shit. Now I got to drum up some Uno support. Hey, guess where we're
Came
going,
in via
guys?
the crawl space was like, I'm here now.
I think we'd be colder in that crawl space.
By the way, guys, appreciate my backhand. Oh,
Jesus,
I
my God.
see what you've
It's
got
all
there.
red.
You've got a handful of fire.
Walk on the period.
Into a burning ring of fire.
And with that done, it's time to draw a card.
It was also red, by the way, Loth. You couldn't see, but it was a red card you drew.
God damn it.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
apparently I have been talking to something called the Worm and Waiting.
Ooh.
Oh,
Have
Christ.
fun.
That's talking to some Cthulhu boy.
I
No,
feel
that's
like
not-
Lucky has broken into Destiny all of a sudden.
Hold on. quick question. How is worm spelled? With a Y or a U?
Both are
I
bad.
think it's with an O. Yeah, the Worm and Waiting.
Oh. Yeah, have fun.
Yeah,
So-
let me just read this tip out. It says,
I don't like anybody's backhands I'm looking at right now.
Well, I got to draw, so.
yeah,
This is all yellow.
get
Yes.
him, get him.
As far as I know, blue.
But
well, that's a D&D. That's a D&D like Cthulhu thing.
Oh
if I
my
remember
God,
correctly.
man.
Thank you for the super chatto time, Carlos.
Hey.
Oh no, that's the worm that walks. That's different. Never mind.
That is
I'm
lovely.
pretty sure to the extent because I have a system here that is literally like, well, it's like all Duran. I'm just like, I should blow it up. But no, I like how the,
I got you, bitch.
I can't press the button. Let me take
You
the
fool!
Shit.
I think Loth won.
No.
I haven't.
The game
I'm
wasn't
still in
chaotic
third.
enough. I'm still at 0.
Okay.
I also don't know how loud my challenge mashing was there.
I don't think I heard it, but that's because
I didn't
my
hear
brain
anything.
my brain was just roaring challenge.
Yeah, probably. I couldn't hear anything because I was yelling out, "You fool!"
But I mean, yes, the intent is for this to go for a full 3-hour stream slot, so this will be theatrical in length. Will this entire game be Uno the movie length? Not at this rate. Not unless Omega gets a win up in here.
yeah.
Oh
So
no.
this
We're
fucking
good.
text here is like something has reached out to us from a place where time and space are shrunk to a knot. It desires us. I'm just like, oh.
And that's why I really, really want to play Stellaris
It
with some
heard you had the
DLCs and
curves.
stuff. Are you playing the base game, Lucky, or do they give you
Yeah,
get
no,
some
this
DLCs
is base
in there?
game.
Neat.
Yeah, it's in the base game.
Okay. Because
I have been,
that's
like-
what,
like-
like, from what I understand, that's what most of the DLC, like, there's some that are mechanical, like adding new alliance systems and stuff, but a lot of them are just, yeah, there's more weird shit for you to find in space and do stuff
Yeah.
and build things.
Paradox DLCs are really good about either adding mechanics that should just be in the game to begin with,
You're right
or
over
doing
his
random
house
shit like
now.
CK2 is infamous for expansion called the Stunset Invasion, where they said, hey, you know the Aztec Empire? What if they were just super technological and attacked Europe? No reason, just they do it.
Oh, also,
I'm pretty sure I've read that
something
pulp
I did
novel.
someone I did because we're on the subject of big spooky space gods. This is actually something I learned yesterday. They finally translated Yang's material.
Oh, did they finally?
Yeah, oh, well, they translated one of her NP names, and it's pretty certain that she is Cthulhu.
Okay,
Right,
I've
'cause
heard some people
they
say
are,
that
like,
more.
Right now, or Loth wins. Okay.
Was I the one who was Cthulhu?
I mean, several people jumped to that one because it was the big
Yeah.
obvious one.
Yeah.
No, I was just like, I don't know if that's set in, I didn't know that's set in stone, but I'd heard people saying that explicitly, so I'm glad to see that that was actually confirmed
Also, she
somewhere.
has dialogue with Summer BB where she literally is like, "Fuck that person."
Yeah,
Because
well, that
if
that
you
was
know-
why a lot of people thought so, because Nyarly and Cthulhu don't get along.
But no, they translated her as like, I can't remember what.
Does
star
anybody
it is, but it's, like, the
remember
exact same
what?
star.
Probably Formal Hot. Does anybody remember what color Axe had?
It's not orange.
Yeah, that's all I know. It's not all.
Sure, let's turn my people into the messengers. That seems like a great idea. Let's just go down this dark path.
Up.
All right, guys, with no 7-0 rule, it looks like Omega's got to get himself out of quite of a pinch now. All right. Hey, none of you take your turn.
Okay.
I have a second turn.
That's a really rude card, isn't it?
It is. It exists for no purpose other than to say fuck you. I hope he doesn't have a purple, but I gotta get rid of my hand. He doesn't. Yes. Got him. XX
Keep
Saber got
drawing.
him.
Sorry, Loth.
No.
I couldn't do anything about that.
Gloria Force.
I put my hand away from my controller and something's like, jump in.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the only reason I know that is because in Chinese it's called the North Gate of the military. Which is
okay, all right.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
gonna
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. No, I don't.
Destroyed.
Wow, victory by a big margin.
Damn. I guess
All
I
right.
just was never
Yeah,
meant to win.
I
I
guess we'll play the next one.
Axe, didn't you win the first one?
No, Axe is talking about how he wanted to win overall.
Yeah, he won a lot of matches. Oh, Axe got kicked, I guess.
They got me like only 70 points each.
I guess Axe left in embarrassment.
We've
Oh,
got Archie the cat.
Oh, I guess it kicked me. Okay.
Yeah,
Did
you
you
probably
not-
should
Oh,
hit
no, it's
continue.
Archie. Wait.
The game said you being a whiny bitch and kicked you.
Can I? No, I don't think I can invite people anymore.
Can it-
Uno is
can
dumb
it-
like that.
Invite people.
No,
Okay, that's weird.
we discovered that last time.
All right, well, hey guys, I guess we quit. Everybody out.
Smoke bomb.
Run away.
My bad.
All right. Please hold streamers while I reset the game.
It's like Among Us, Axe. You gotta quickly like finish with those after game menus just to get back in.
I think I mispressed something.
You probably hit circle to quit and not re-go in. All right. Okay. Is it gonna remember my rules? Yes. Enter the lobby.
But yeah, no, I looked at this and I'm like, oh, the color is magenta. I have a skip all and the magenta. Hope the color stays the same by the time it gets back to me.
My nose is killing me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should have everybody back. Oh no, you can see my friends list.
Oh no.
I'm super. Actually, I'm
What a
like.
shame.
Lucky's having a wee bit of anxiety because I just realized I might be streaming Cyberpunk on my PS4, and I'm like, this ain't gonna be as visually pleasing as it could be.
No, and
Especially-
a lot of people are apparently the only review copies available were for PC, so a lot of people are
Yeah.
like concernicus that it will be extra buggy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's just part of the thing. Like, I mean, if you physically own the 4,
Well, probably.
you have a free upgrade basically. So
Yeah.
when you get a 5 and when the standalone 5 edition comes out, you'll get a free upgrade. So, like, I had some thoughts about this before I get the match started. I'll tell my Cyberpunk story. I've been listening to reviews, listening to some comments. I've had some thoughts about this. Like, man, they really are like reviewers and influencer people are really trying to mitigate expectations on their own as well. Is like, listen, we only got PC codes. We don't know what it's going to be like on console. And I was thinking to myself, man, like, is this the time? Is this the move? Do I want to like cancel my pre-order right now? And I'm like, because mine still isn't shipped yet. I'm sure Amazon will probably do that tomorrow or something. But I was like, no, I've got a PS5 already, so I'm already free upgrade when that comes. And I have played shitty games before. I love Fallout games, and Skyrim, even though Bethesda doesn't know how to bug fix to save their goddamn lives.
Yes.
Bethesda is bad at video games.
Yeah, but
my
so
God.
I'm like, no, even if I have a rough first experience, I want to start the game and I want to experience it because a lot of people are still saying there's a lot of really good in there, even if there are a lot of bugs. And
I would also say maybe measure that like the reason they gave PC copies first is even though people don't probably remember this because people have the memory of goldfish when it comes to the games industry. CD Projekt Red is a PC developer first.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think that was the idea, right? That a lot of people were thinking, oh, the PC version is probably the most optimized and bug fixed, whereas the console versions are maybe not.
Oh, good. I can't be fucked over by Axe because he's not next to me.
Yeah, it's one of those
we're on
things, like,
opposites now.
I distinctly remember because The Witcher 2 didn't originally come out on console.
No, that was why. That was well, and for enough people who are like, ooh, PC Master Race. This is why. No, Axe, you don't get to do that. Vesper gets to take their turn.
Okay, it was the only green card I had.
I know, that happens sometimes. But, like, Witcher 3 was their breakout because it hit on consoles. Right, like, because it came out and, alright, you two. Alright, hold on.
Because it was before the
You can't break our
PC
love.
market really exploded because the Xbox One sucked so badly. I mean,
I mean, you could say it. They know it. They had a really bad
Like-
gen. And I
wanna
don't know
throw
how good.
stones, But thank you, Microsoft, for making a shitty console for expanding the PC user base so much.
Well, yeah, it's because they had to do their own cross-referencing there, and like Game Pass and Live on Windows, basically.
Also, it did help that the PC architecture kind of just caught up to games.
Well, and also I will say this is for purposes of consoles. Last gen was the gen where everybody decided, nah, fuck it, we're just building specialized PCs.
Does Uno not like Omega or something?
I don't know.
Uno chooses someone to fuck all, and it just
So
chose an
here's
Omega
the
this
thing,
time.
guys. I still don't have a magenta.
Nope. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I found it.
So apparently the faction that the
Force me to play this.
worm worshippers have eaten all the other factions, and now they're just one faction.
I didn't force you
Oh.
to play it. You chose to play it.
What else
wait,
would I do?
people-
You can always draw.
That's the only thing Axe has is blues.
You can have a tactical draw.
Draw, motherfucker, draw.
But yeah.
See, everybody will remember
I
that
know.
Axe won last. Oh no, wait, Vesper scooped it at the last minute.
No, yeah, Vesper won.
Excellent.
Yeah, but
What
fair.
are you guys talking about?
I won like 2 tiny rounds. That got me
You
no
won
points.
by a lot, and then our plan to be against you worked, and Vesper scooped it up
you
in
were
two
in second,
big
Max.
wins. Yeah, I got no points that entire round.
Yeah.
You were in second, Loth was in third, and Omega showed up.
I got a gold star.
You got the
Hosting the stream.
award.
But yeah,
I don't even know
no,
if you got
like
a gold
the-
star,
the-
Omega.
the
You
last-
got like a duct tape star.
True. The last gen is when console makers were like, fuck it, it's just easier if we just make PCs. And that's not bad. Like I think the 5 and then even the new Xbox do some very impressive things with being specialized hardware, right?
Yeah.
That's just rude, Loth. Why'd you
As
do
much as I make fun of
You're
them
going to
constantly,
die.
and I'll
Don't
never
pull that
stop,
off.
Here you go, buddy.
me, you
Here you go.
asshole.
Oh, never mind.
Nintendo kind of had the right idea of like, we're just gonna do something completely different.
That's always been ever since the heck, honestly, possibly even since 64. But like, Nintendo has always been like, nah, man, we'll just do whatever we want with hardware. Like, oh, people are putting on discs now. We'll stay with cartridges. Ah, they're using discs. Well, we'll use mini discs,
Yeah, mini disc.
and
Hey,
we'll
you
make
have
it.
a plus
We'll put a
5?
fucking handle on the GameCube so you can take it with you.
Omega, do you have a +5?
Oh God, no, I don't.
All right.
And we'll make it strong enough to survive an atomic blast. Because goddamn, those things were sturdy.
Oh, I thought for a half second there you were gonna pass the buck back to Loth, and Axe would truly have his revenge. No, but I
Nah,
have
but-
that color. Shit,
Games
fuck.
are you recommending these to you?
And now it's time for me to draw a card.
Oh well.
I might have been out of it, but when did Steam start getting porn?
In like the last year, like
Corruption of Champions is a good game. What are you I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, did they put COC on Steam? I don't
yes, I
believe
do.
you.
I do believe.
Oh no, they did that like
I own it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I'll play it on my game. I'll play it on
Give me more points.
I thought it was COC 2,
It
but I could be
exists.
wrong.
Both are on
Well,
there,
no,
I
they
believe.
definitely
There's a
put
lot
it-
of. There's a lot. Steam really. When
Are we
It was
talking
a-
about how Loth almost won with that one round?
yeah, no, he destroyed all of us by making you
No,
draw
we're
5.
talking about COC now.
But no, like porn's been on jump in. Porn's been on Steam for a while. Like they really, I think it was a couple of years ago, honestly, but it might have just been a year ago, and 2020 has been that long. It's almost over, guys. But
I'm not gonna start this 2 days.
yeah, I gotta drop.
I don't believe it. The next year is gonna come, the calendars are gonna flip over, and it'll still be 2020.
I mean, I've seen that. I talked with Lucky and Martha about this because it's a funny joke to us, but it was leaked that Star Wars Legion is gonna probably get the AA5 speeder truck for Rebels, the gosh darn space truck.
Yes.
But the funny thing was that the leak accidentally had the wrong date. It was like April 2020 again, even though the leak was in November. So it was like, yeah, people are joking about how the year's just gonna roll over. But no, I think
Yeah, I need to
it was
talk
1 or
to
2
some-
years
I'm not
ago
sure
when
if anyone
people were
here
like,
has
Steam,
seen-
what is your policy on adult content? And they were like, fuck it, we don't have a policy. You can show boobs and fucking and stuff.
So
If you mark it.
there isn't.
Yeah,
Basically,
I'm
like
gonna post-
you can't have explicit content, but Steam ain't gonna Steam ain't gonna be like naughty if you have a link to the uncensored patch.
I'm gonna
Basically,
post
yeah.
what I found because I got recommended something based on what your friends have been playing, and holy mother of God,
Interesting.
it's called Friendship with Benefits.
Wow.
Oh,
It is
I
a-
know that one.
It is a
Because
it
you
is
lost.
a 18 and over My Little Pony dating simulator.
What? I mean, I know that this
I'm not
exists, but on
kidding.
Steam?
I played
Wow.
lost of this one.
Why me?
I know you lost.
Hey,
Well, Loth was the one who shouted, I know
Also-
this.
So this
Shit.
guy F5
Also,
complete is $15 right now. Is it worth getting?
What is?
This guy F5 complete.
Completely off topic, Axe. Let's go back to what we're talking about.
Okay.
What the fuck games are these?
But no, that
No,
was
oh,
that would don't you because actually yeah, it would be whenever Epic launched. Whenever Epic Store launched, they decided they were gonna be the little elitist fuckboys and be like, oh no, we don't have pornographic material on our storefront. But we allow you to play Borderlands
by the way,
3 exclusively, where you can melt dudes with acid because that's totally better than a titty. Omega
also,
has
that means
opinions.
Steam will win.
Guys, I can tell you the exact date that Represent Champion 2 came out. It was August 13th because I still have the email with my Steam key enclosed with it. because-
What a
What in
fucking
God's name
what kind
is
of fucking
this?
weird time we live in.
Don't make it red, Loth.
There's a Stalin sex simulator.
Why are you telling?
I
us
mean,
this?
Steam.
I don't
Oh, he's
know.
fallen down the Steam rabbit hole. Shit.
I found down a rabbit hole. And
Steam
it's
is like that
weird.
though.
So I've been trying to get it in there. but,
Wild
like,
card,
we've been distracted
bitches.
Because Alice came in about porn games, but like, I saw this fucking thing where it's like the year's almost over, and it's just if anyone here has seen Hunter x Hunter, it's just the scene of the fucking staircase.
I
It takes several episodes to get.
do not like this. I do not like what
Well,
just happened
maybe
there.
we have like
Sounds
100 or
right.
200 memberships. I'll fucking make a members-only stream. We'll do some fucking uncensored Nikopara.
Oh jeez.
I mean, I think technically, we can mark stuff for adult, I guess. I don't know. Like, there are some YouTube community guidelines, but I don't know.
But
Hey guys, we're gonna play Corruption of Champions. How many dicks can we get?
But I will
think
say-
we can get away, like, at the very least, we can do one test. I don't think YouTube will nuke our whole channel for one community violation. One singular
I will
violation.
say this though. This does mean
Alright.
Steam will win the war. Because historically, if you look at the history of technology, the side that chooses yes to porn wins. That's why, it's why video beat Betamax. It's why DVD beat HD DVD. It's like all of those, like one of them chose like we don't want porn, and the other one was like whatever.
Well, yeah, because and it
Honestly,
makes
like-
sense. One, it's because people will always want to buy porn. Don't let people lie to you.
Okay.
But
Well,
second of all, the other thing is that because so much porn is produced, pornographic materials. YouTube, by the way, this is an academic discussion. Do not you dare. We are not recommending to people to view pornography. We're just talking about it in an adult context. It's very
I mean,
academic.
Look, I just
And also,
Yeah,
I have
academic
seen Markiplier play fucking Resident Evil without his channel getting blasted. How fucking dare you? Anyway,
I'm gonna say
still mad about that
I
one.
just watched a podcast that was YouTube sponsored that had a discussion about what is that hentai?
I don't know.
The Dark Elf one.
Oh, so you were thinking, you were watching Trash
Trash
Taste?
Taste.
Yes, it was.
Well, I mean, yeah, they had a
know.
former JAV actress on an episode, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Like, and they
if
still have
they
sponsors
can
and
get away
shit.
with it
So,
and still be like in recommended. I think we're fine.
What's your
well,
big enough?
I will
that
be.
you
I
get
don't.
up
I don't
to
mind.
YouTube, they
I
care?
don't mind throwing a light on YouTube. They absolutely like. They ask me in polls, "Hey, do you feel like we care about all our creators?" And I'm like, "No, you fucking don't." Putting assholes in YouTube Rewind doesn't mean you think you care about me. When YouTube calls me up and wants to put me in YouTube Rewind, then I'll be like, then you care. But there is absolutely a bias where bigger creators and less controversial creators get better attention than other
That's
people.
true, but I don't think anyone's ever been nuked for talking about sex.
No, I'm just
Just
wondering if
you're
they'll
right
like
over
if YouTube Kun is AI will think we're too bad. Ah shit, I was gonna play a different color there, guys.
YouTube's a weird thing where it wants you to market to children, but also doesn't want you to market.
Well,
to
no, they
children.
don't want to market to children. But advertisers want as broad an audience as possible. I guess we're going back. Let me see what I got.
Also stupid.
Well, and yeah, I don't know if advertisers also object.
Fun fact about this: I actually did a thing where a bunch of us interned to help an
I had a
advertising
great
agency.
flip side, and I don't have any reds. What's wrong with you people?
I had to draw.
Spoilers about this. One of the primary jobs that works in advertising is psychology.
Oh, I believe it. That's not a spoiler to me.
Help design advertising campaigns based on psychological data, and turns out advertisers don't know shit.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
They're just like, wait, this works? It's like, yes. Yes, it does.
Well, I've always
Advertising.
thought that marketing is, at least modern marketing for the past couple of years, it has been a deep dark science that is almost more mysticism. Like, people will try things thinking it works, and it doesn't actually. Like, they don't actually get.
John Vermeer is gonna make you his bitch.
Well, this is an interesting thing about, to bring it back to
That
Cyberpunk.
was-
A lot
that
of
was
people have
marketing
been,
for
some
a
people have been
game.
complaining about the edgy marketing that Cyberpunk has done, and like that some of that tone is still in the game. I personally am okay with it because I'm like,
It's cyberpunk.
I mean,
yeah, no,
there-
like,
it's a
and here's the
game that
thing,
was in the
like
80s.
it is 2020 right now. When the Cyberpunk RPG it's based on came out, it was called Cyberpunk 2020. It was made in the 80s. Like, I've heard some people say, like,
still had
there's a
80s
lot of,
phones,
like,
yeah.
weird stuff with Japanese and, like, Japanese Americans in it. And I'm like, yeah, they probably can't get around that because Cyberpunk was written in the 80s when we all thought that that was going to happen.
Also, the whole thing is like, cyberpunk has always been a style of media that subsists on anarchy.
What you've done.
Like,
fucker.
of course, it's
That's
gonna be
literally
edgy.
murder
It's
you
like
somehow.
cyberpunk is a protest genre almost.
Yeah, it's the concept of punk is about technological questions. And
Somebody
and
put
shit.
5.
I had a lot of
I
fives.
mean,
Oh, Axe
Just
got
because-
fisted
just
like I
because-
did.
well, that's also something we talk about, how people
Thank you,
try to
Love.
throw the term punk on anything and think it means something when it.
No, like actual punk genre. Like steampunk's not really a punk genre these
No, it's
days.
not.
Nah.
And it's always pissed me off.
There,
I always called it
As a
steam
punk,
fantasy.
it has always annoyed
there
me.
can be a steampunk genre, but most steampunk is not that. Most steampunk is a fucking fashion genre, and it is not punk rock
Yes.
at all.
It's like cosplayers.
And
there's nothing
I
wrong
will
with
say
that.
this:
There's nothing
Victorian
wrong with
England
that.
is probably about as far from punk as you could get.
Yeah, it's like, what is the opposite of punk is Victorian England or like France. Like,
But I appreciate steampunk as a genre, but it's not very punk these days. You can make it
No.
so, but it's not really. But like
I mean, even
cyberpunk
modern
is supposed
punk
to
isn't
be
very punk.
punk, and like I've heard some people complain like there's dildos everywhere. What are these dildos? I killed a guy, a dildo pops out of his pocket, and I'm like, no, it's cyberpunk. It's a retro future. There's supposed to be a certain amount of irreverentness and like sensationalized like sex
It's
sells
sex,
all
drugs, and rock and roll.
right, and sex sells already, right? And
Oh, yeah.
how can you imagine that in the irreverent corporate-run hellscape future that just doesn't get dialed up to 11, right? Like,
yeah, so
that's
one of
your
my
life.
favorite
They
subgenres
should make it
of
look
punk
interesting.
that I grew up in is, I can't even say this on stream, it's called FAG punk or queercore.
wow,
Like,
that is a
Punk does
genre.
not give a shit.
That is certainly a
there's-
name.
Well, and I
the
mean, think
bands
of
are
thing. I
called,
mean,
like,
all.
The
I mean, it's
Limp
the same. It's the
Wrists,
same thing as like the NWA. Like that was a hardcore rap thing where you could be very very black rap and hip hop. Like
you know what
some
else?
genres, especially genres that have a social context, are like that. And absolutely, by the way, we cannot say what that abbreviation stands for on stream. We will die.
No.
You fucker.
I mean, Lucky can, but
It's,
Hey.
I still don't know if YouTube would be okay with it, even if Lucky
no, YouTube-
has privileges.
I mean, it reminds me of another punk band that also got popular for at least a single song, the Butthole Surfers.
Yeah, I've heard some of their
being
music.
popular is one of the weirdest things ever.
They were
Hang
in
on,
fucking
Lucky has to go-
Guitar Hero.
Lucky has to go fish out his person of color card to make sure that I can show it to YouTube at a moment's notice here.
Yes, the
Uh,
N-word pass.
That you should never have.
Because the Butthole Surfers are like, so the reason they got popular, and this is literally the reason, because in an interview, Kurt Cobain was like, yeah, I really like this.
Oh, and that's all you need.
And because Nirvana was taking over the goddamn world, the music executives were like, without looking up anything about them or what their music was like, spoilers, it's weird.
Yes,
just,
I
like,
remember the.
literally-
Oh, yeah, wow. Loth blew up Vesper's record even.
Come on, Vesper, you let
All right, everybody make sure to hit X to continue. Oh, I got a referee medal.
At the very least, the Battle Surfers had a single hit with Pepper, which is a song about awful people killing themselves.
Yep.
All right, did everybody get in? All right, cool. Hey, Vesper, do I have a whistle now?
No.
Damn it, I must have to set it manually. I got that medal.
Also, I definitely jumped in, but the game didn't let me.
Weird.
It does that.
Like, the card is highlighted. I hit the button, said you did it, and it was like, oh, you didn't play it.
There's
though.
some weird lag. Like, it's not. I'm actually shocked it hasn't happened yet. But I was fucking over Dallas hardcore with host powers, where I could call Uno before he's even played his card and had an opportunity to say he wants to call Uno. Like, it's
I
wild.
remember
No,
that.
it must be green. I insist.
My favorite color. Let's go. Jump.
All right.
Every time I put my hand
Flip
away
side.
from my controller, that's what it's like. You want to jump in.
I have a very interesting flip
But-
side hand.
And also, I think people like going back to sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's like Jesus fucking Christ. It's the fucking future. It's not gonna be fucking prim and proper when everything's fucking blown to shit.
Well, yeah, because also, here's the thing, like, punk music is bad. Like, and I'm saying this as a fan, it's bad on purpose. Like, most punk singers don't know how to fucking sing.
They know
It's
how to
just
scream,
angry
though.
and emotion.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'll get a purple card. At least I get a purple card.
Oh my god!
At least I get a purple card.
No.
All
I
right.
don't
Listen to
believe it.
the
Okay, there it
the
is.
dead Kennedys sound like they're on fucking, like, cold medicine the entire time. They
Well,
can't
but
sing
and
for
that's
shit.
the thing about a lot of emotional context genres. Do I have any other fours? No. Well, guess we're going back. Hope you have good hands. Nope, I have a good hand.
And I should go listen to me some Rise Against. I haven't listened to.
But like,
fucking
it's when you create an art form for an emotional context, no matter what media or whatever that is, whether you're writing cyberpunk novels, which are basically an outgrowth of they're an outgrowth of classic sci-fi like speculative fiction, like what will the future be like, and then cyberpunk writers are like, the future's gonna be shit.
Well, yeah, because that's what everyone in punk was, like, talking about. Like,
Alright, fair.
my favorite punk song is literally about the Cambodian murder fields. And it's like how Americans need to shut the fuck up because of how bad the world is. And there's like, you have no real problems.
That was so I think we referenced. You got him.
I hit it. Damn it.
You got called first though.
I figured she'd play it
Let's play
before. I
this.
guess you press it before you realize.
No, it said jump in, and then I immediately had to hit square again.
You got to be
and-
careful about the jump ins in your Unos. It will sometimes the lag works out.
I was able to do. Yeah, I was able to like press both. Yeah.
But no, what I was gonna say was, and I believe Dallas has talked about this video, so you know some other people do. But I rewatched a Lindsay Ellis video about protest songs in the Bush era, and how they didn't exist for a long time, which is interesting. But like in that video, she uses an interesting expression of Gen X caterwauling to represent certain Gen X anti-establishment music, which is just kind of.
Black, I have a yellow.
Well,
And I'm sure some people like those
punk
songs.
So the adage is that punk died in 1983.
I don't know what color he has.
Punk became mainstream, where like, because like even bands that like people would call alternative or punk, like Green Day is like a major, like they have a budget and they have like they sound good.
Well, I
it's
think
like it's.
Green Day is definitely alt rock with punk aesthetic.
Well, I think they were more punk back in like the mid '90s, but when they came back in like the 2000s, they definitely changed their vibe a bit.
That's true. Basket Case is a punk song. Like, I would say that is a punk song. But, like, stuff like American Idiot or...
Well, that's what I mean. Like when they released the American Idiot single, they basically switched to basically alt rock from punk.
Ironically, when they started talking about punk themes, they became...
It's
Yeah, like,
weird how that works out, though.
Because I'm pretty sure Dot Nimrod and fucking Nimrod are both like they're pretty punk.
Yeah, no, I'd say that.
But and it's funny you guys mentioned, because that is like the one song in that video that's called out as like, oh yeah, no, this was actually like a good popular song where people talked about how they felt about America in the early 2000s.
I mean,
Oh,
if we're being real though, it's that entire album. Like the entire album, it's.
Well, like,
I hesitate to say concept album, but it tells a story as a whole.
well, no, that's the intent of it. It's the fucking,
really
you
didn't
know,
want you to
Jesus
change the color,
Suburbia, the
Chief.
fucking.
What's her name?
Yeah,
But Jesus of Suburbia is such a good song.
It's for an 8-minute long song. It has movements.
Thanks, Omega.
It's an orchestral piece disguised as a rock song. With
Like I never got into American Idiot or Holiday or any of that, but I love Jesus of Suburbia so much because it's still so relevant. But yeah, no, punk is weird. Like, that's why when people are like, "Oh, it's so sexy and like needlessly edgy," it's like, yeah, because that's what punk is.
Yeah, and like, I'll admit, okay, sure, it's 2020. Sometimes that doesn't always read well. Like, you're like, but you're making a game in 2020 about the future. Why isn't it about my future? Because then it wouldn't be Cyberpunk 2077. Like, am I gonna agree with every little thing that CD Projekt Red does with Cyberpunk? Probably fucking not. Thanks for making it orange, BT dubs, guys.
I tried.
Hey.
Shit.
Like there is a concert that I went to where they burned an effigy of the governor on stage. Like
That is some.
that's what you do at punk concerts.
Yeah, that's the real punk rock. That is what the kids call the counterculture, which
Well,
is
and it's the
fundamentally
thing,
what punk is supposed to
that
be.
was a band that was like pretty much mainstream punk because it was a band.
XX Saber Gotham's.
But it's like if you like, I don't
You
get
all have
people
so
being
many
like,
cards. How could you hold them all? They must be so
Curse you,
heavy.
Omega.
People need to lighten
be
up.
so
Help us hold them.
Fuck you.
Like the world is.
Liz,
the world
don't
is
you say
falling
fuck you to me. I have been getting my ass kicked this entire stream.
Yes, a red.
Kill it right now.
Uno has started pegging Omega.
Ooh.
Get
Double shit.
Tag femdom.
You know, Axe, I was thinking about making the upcoming Polar Vault Adventure like a cool survival challenge, but now I think Camo's just gonna fall in a hole and die.
Omega, if I didn't
And
know
this
you
is
were
why you don't play video games with your DM.
you're a better man than that.
Well, yes, Axe knows from being with me as the game master for 50-something sessions, I won't actually do that to him. However, I do feel like his fuck yous to me are unfounded.
But the
On account of the fact that I haven't won a single fucking game yet.
You taunt, but we didn't. I don't think any of us taunted each other, but you taunted us, so we responded to the taunt.
Axe, what have you been doing? We have, in between academic discourse on popular culture, this has absolutely been taunting.
The only thing about that has been like Act you, I, and Vesper have been saying fuck you. Omega's been going XX Saber Gotham's every now and again.
Whenever I get somebody, I'm like, got 'ems. Alright, okay, alright, hold on. Well, thanks. I would have to draw more cards, because I don't have that color either, so, yeah.
I'm looking forward to Cyberpunk. I've been looking forward to it for months, but like, people need to chill.
Well, this year was
I mean, like, I think the most overall, and unfortunately, like, a lot of reviewers, like, I feel it's all, like, they gotta review what they got, but at the same time, it almost feels unfair where they're like, and some people did better reviews than others.
No.
Like, I know some people gave it some really, like, lowered reviews, because they were like,
Color though.
man,
I
dude,
know.
there's a lot of bugs.
Actually,
Like-
I think the thing that's bugged me most about
Oh,
the
I-
reviewers is people keep saying, "Yeah, there's a lot of story, but it's not enough. This ain't the next new big thing." I'm just like,
Well, yeah,
what-
I don't know. Like, some people, I don't know how after this game has been in development so long, how is it gonna actually be the next, like, the future of video games? That's not actually possible
Yeah.
anymore.
It really is.
What
I
it
know
is,
it's
I
more-
think,
it's
is going to
more
be...
layered.
I think I heard a review say this the best in a positive way, that the game is basically a capstone of shit that has come before. Like, it's got, like, GTA-level driving, it's got, you know, smooth shooting, a lot of weapon variety, maps full of stuff, deep storytelling. Like, I've heard from a lot of people that there's a lot of environmental and ambient animations while having conversations. This isn't fucking Fallout where, like, you talk to a guy and he literally locks steps, and for him to challenge you, he has to stop, zoom in on his face, say, now you die, and then zoom out and fight begins. That's not how Cyberpunk does it. If a guy
That's
opens
part
a
of
drawer and
Ohio.
pulls out a gun to shoot you, it's, like, smooth.
So this is something I've always. It's actually a quote from Total Biscuit. rest in peace. But
Rest in peace.
like, people are not gonna know when the next big thing in video games is coming out. That's the point. Like, things that are the next big thing are things like what was the first one of the Battle Royale games? I can't remember. That came out of nowhere from nothing and took the world over.
But it was not PUBG, but PUBG was the game that like.
Oh wait, no, wasn't it an Arma mod first?
Battle Royale.
Arma 3.
Yeah, it was the Arma 3 mod, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, that's what PUBG started as.
PlayerUnknown's Battleground, but it was still PlayerUnknown. But yeah.
Like PUBG is like that is an example of the next big thing in gaming. It's like it came out of nowhere, no one predicted it, and it took the world over in like a month.
And then a AAA studio did it better, basically.
Hold on, no, a AAA studio released a game and then said, "Oh wait, our game is not good, so let's release."
So let's steal this other idea.
Yeah, no, Fortnite was
I mean,
originally
true.
a fucking.
Fortnite was a
tower
fucking
defense
yeah, it was a tower defense zombie horde shooter. Because remember when those were cool, guys?
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing because I thought those stopped being cool in like the late 2000s.
The game was in development for like 10 years.
Much like the thing that concerned zombies are a genre that lagged on way too long, like a corpse walking. Like everybody thought zombies were over for fucking ever, but then zombie movies and shit kept coming out. Like they made the
But
fucking
I'm talking about horde shooters specifically.
True, yeah.
I felt like those died in like 2009.
I mean, yes, but no. Like, Vermintide is still cool, I guess. I've never played it, but
But that's not like a shooter though. That's different.
I mean, it is
still
different,
wanna
but it's in the
at some
same
point
vein,
get
right?
Play, full Left 4 Dead 2 because apparently it finally got uncensored in Australia.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh right, you live in the place that like the one that's still clinging on to that Puritan background.
Which is really weird because your country was founded by thieves and whores. I know because that's what our country was founded on first.
It took us so long.
Well,
They did better.
it was short.
Wait.
It took us so long to get an R rating for video games.
I mean,
Look.
by the way, I am not
Wait.
kidding. America, founded by thieves and whores and scammers, and also some
And then
Puritans.
also some like very intensely religious aspects.
Yes, I said that Puritans by some.
And some intensely anti-religious assholes.
It was a weird thing, but yes, no. Basically, America was the country that Britain put everybody they were sick of. Whether it was because you were too religious or because you were too shitty, they were like, "Listen, we don't want to just kill you, but you have to get out of the fucking country, mate. Go to America."
It kind of resurges overall in our government a lot.
Wait, can I ask a question? Because I remember hearing this but not believing this. Did your country try and ban porn actresses for their tits being too small?
Yes, that's real.
I don't. Oh yeah,
I
think
believe that
may
is
have been a
real.
thing
Okay,
somewhere
so
because-
not that exactly. But what happened is they banned small breast porn because like if they have small breasts, they're kids.
Thanks, Vesper.
Don't you talk to me? I haven't got a chance to say things for half this fucking thing. I keep getting cut off.
No,
all
but
the
he was
time.
asking me the question though.
And I have the answer.
All right. So
All right, skip
now
all
I'm-
of y'all.
Now I'm just gonna continuously talk over Vesper and prove how much of a fucking ass they are.
I mean, we're
Oh
all
no,
kind of-
Omega, what have you done?
Shit, fuck. Well, how was I supposed to know?
It was on the flip side of the car.
Just don't hurt them too much because we need them to still be mentally functional for tomorrow.
Well, Lucky's not in D&D. He doesn't care.
That's fair.
And also, Lost said he didn't know, so I started saying stuff.
What?
I mean, that is
no,
how you started your
shut up
sentence,
about
Loth.
it now.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fair. Okay, in which case I apologize, Vesper.
Yeah. Wait, they got Dragon Quest on Steam?
Yeah, isn't there a
the
PC
fuck
version of
did this
Dragon Quest?
Well,
Yeah,
There's all kinds of shit on PC.
Guys, sadly, the one problem with that is it's not the S version, it's the base version, and it's the Switch version scaled up.
Look, I went into like a hole when COVID started where I took in no new news. So, like,
Oh, okay.
I think that's most people.
but like, wait, they made a Just Cause 4?
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
Is it on? Is it PS Plus?
Don't
this
you at
month?
least look at Steam
Yeah,
and
it's on
like game
PS4.
news?
Okay.
I mean, to be
so-
fair, neither do I. Like, my Steam opens up, and if it opens up a window that's got like news or shit, I'm like, close that shit. Get out of here.
Yeah,
I
get
got
out
shit to
here.
do.
All right.
So the thing with Steam and
Steam
me
just
is
constantly
I-
emails me about things being on sale.
Yeah, I don't look at the front page too much because if I do, sometimes I buy games I'm never gonna play 'cause they're on sale.
Correct. That
because
is how Steam works.
I have an issue.
You have described Gaben's entire business model.
Like, I have a problem.
Like,
So
actually, I'm probably gonna go out and buy this guy right now because it's only $15 and it's actually kind of worth it.
Lucky Steam.
But then you at least think you're gonna play Disgaea.
I might actually.
I know I'm never gonna play.
Holy shit!
Oh my god, Omega finally won.
I won a round. I have points, guys. Holy
You
shit.
have to still actually win the game though.
Well, we'll see. I mean, not. It's only been what
try to
Moth and
diminish
Despair
this
have
win,
blown out the game.
Keep going. You gotta keep power.
Omega's just gonna take what he can get.
All right.
I hate when you get fucked on the first card.
Here we go. Come back, another chance.
Lucky Steam wishlist is just more and more porn and anime games. Some, usually of both types.
I can't wait to just get Yakuza 7. This is...
Oh,
think my
wait.
Steam-
So, quickly, funny thing, I bought Yakuza 7 on PC, and because my computer isn't great, I turned the corner in half, like the map doesn't load.
R.I.P.
All right. Okay, guys.
That's painful.
Okay, no, this definitely wasn't on Steam when I last remember. When did Beyond Two Souls?
Oh, that's on Steam? Okay.
God, I don't
they
know.
will-
I mean, like,
Elliot Page Drawing Simulator.
that is a thing that has been going on. Is that like PC is getting releases of shit. Like, hey Dallas, you might not know this, but Death Stranding is on PC now.
Oh, it's been on.
Oh great, I cannot play it in two places.
Well, it's not. I don't know it's on PC now because a lot of Hollow Knight people have been streaming it recently. Like they've been like, yes, we will stream.
Yeah. Well, and also it's
I
been
joke,
getting
I
awards
joke.
and stuff too. by
It's
the way.
okay. It's not my thing.
I mean, Death Stranding is like, that's one of those things that's like, people were like, is this the future of video games? Is this the best thing ever? What's Hideo Kojima gonna do to my mind? And I'm like, okay, Hideo Kojima fucked my mind up, but that's not had anything to do with the
I don't want that in
gameplay.
every game.
Reasons. For some reason. It was a very Kojima game.
Oh, jeez.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, no,
Be
it was
Ash has a green and a +4 or +2 of wild.
All right, well, flip it back.
It was
flip it back.
it was very much one of those games where it's like, did you like Metal Gear Solid 2?
Hey, have a
Specifically 2, where it got weird.
I've only got a +1 red. That's all I can do.
That won't help you. Okay, well, that
Shit.
really fucked me. Because I have a yellow flip and a green river. Oh, well, that works too.
Oh, that
That's
works
fair.
out.
Up to you again. Alright.
All right, now we just hope it's not. Yeah!
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to find a game that has just been deleted from history?
Yeah.
Kind of?
The
Was
last
it Driver
one.
or Driver San Diego?
Oh yeah, that game.
The second.
There's a couple. I
person
mean, like,
drive-
there's some games that I played as a kid that I've, like, lost cartridges for that nobody ever talked about, because that's just sometimes how shit works in life.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to say fuck EA for a little bit.
That's fine. I mean,
That's normal.
No, so my favorite game
that
they've
on that, Dallas.
my favorite game that they've ever made is Need for Speed Most Wanted. Now,
Fair
when
enough.
I say
Which
that,
one?
I have to clarify the first Need for Speed Most
Yeah,
Wanted.
yeah, okay.
Because they made fucking 2, and the only one they sell is the shitty newer one.
Aw.
Because the
Wait.
old one makes no goddamn sense and is
Remind me of
amazing.
Nintendo
Wait
and
a
their like
second, wait a
their
second.
artificial shelf life.
Wait, but Need for Speed Most Wanted, Need for Speed Most Wanted 2, Need for Speed Most Wanted 2014 or whatever. Because there was a Need for Speed Most Wanted 2.
No, there wasn't. It was Need for Speed Carbon was the sequel.
What? Wait, I thought
No.
now there are two
Most
Need for
Wanted had
Speed
a sequel,
Undergrounds.
but it was called
Also, Vesper,
Carbon.
you have to pick a color.
Underground 2. Underground 2.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'm-
Underground 2. That's a different series.
This is
Because
probably-
Need for Speed Most Wanted had a sequel in Carbon, which was a direct sequel.
I
Which
remember
was
Need for
also
Speed.
just as silly, and if you play that game, I guarantee you, whoever made Fast and Furious, that series, played that video game series, because they're the same goddamn thing.
Well, actually, I was going to ask, when did that actually... I can't play any cards. Great. When did those respective games come out and movies?
Most Wanted, definitely like 2004, I think, or something.
Well,
like that.
I-
Okay, so the
Yeah,
OG
yeah,
one,
yeah,
yeah, that
yeah,
would have been
yeah,
before
yeah,
Fast
yeah,
and
yeah.
Furious was Fast and Furiousing.
Hang on, let's see. Fast and Furious. Let's see.
Because those movies were completely different for, like, 4 movies. Like, they were dumb and weird, but they were still about street racing.
Okay, so the first Fast and the Furious came out in 2001, right?
All right.
So now let's look out for Need for Speed.
And I will say this: Fast and Furious the original Fast and Furious definitely influenced the vibe of shit like Need for Speed Underground and stuff. But
Yeah.
Okay, so this makes perfect sense. Do you want to know the Fast and Furious movie that came out after Need for Speed Most Wanted is? It's Tokyo Drift,
Yeah.
which makes perfect sense.
yeah, that's when we started to get a little weird.
Because that's when it started to get bizarre.
Tokyo Drift isn't weird. The thing with Tokyo Drift.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well,
It's weird.
I mean, it's weird, but it's one of those. This is a thing I've seen through some reviews of like sometimes you just have to, especially with franchise films, you just have to take it as a given that. It's like watching an anime about a subject, right? When you're watching or reading Hikaru no Go, you just have to understand Go runs the universe right now, right? If you watch a tennis anime, tennis is the most important fucking thing in your life. When you're watching Karate Kid, and I need to catch up on Cobra Kai. I've heard it's really good. When you're watching the Karate Kid, like karate makes the world go round, guys.
Or
We'll
at
play
least
a
that
fucking
counts.
karate game.
That's the biggest thing.
We'll play a fucking karate match for the future of this Okinawan village. And Fast and the Furious is the same about street racing.
That Tokyo Drift is weird, but it's not weird in the sense of mean like it's a racing movie. They're gonna be,
Yes,
they're
I
gonna
will
be
say
on-
that. Like Tokyo Drift is when they started to get more absurdly like street racing makes the world go round because they're fucking doing illegal street races in Tokyo and like downtown, which were also illegal in real life because they did not have filming permission.
Yeah.
But like.
Japan
You're
is
right though,
very-
Vesper. On terms of like initial D tier like racing anime bullshit, it's not actually that weird. It's all about context.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so the Need for Speed series, which is my like, I don't know how to put it. It's like the most like sad I am about a video game series, because from like 2003, which was Underground, to like 2000, and I want to say it was 9, I think.
7 or 8.
No, because I really liked I liked Pro Street, even though a lot of people didn't. I even liked Undercover, and I liked Shift. Shift was like the last Need for Speed game that I liked.
And then they lost it.
Nitro came out, and it was bad.
Oh,
And then
Which-
World came out,
which Need for Speed game was the one that had the super cartoony style?
that was I believe that was Nitro.
Was it? You know, yeah, that like. I was like as a kid, I'm like even as a kid, I'm like, this is bad. Like this is not fun.
All right, Loth. I feel like
Hey, I
something's
took that
happening
out
here.
one.
Well, it's because Need for Speed Undercover is probably the silliest, because
Yeah,
you're
we-
an
And I
undercover
gotta
cop
say-
turned street racer.
Lucky, did you pull up the timeline of the Need for Speed movies, like overall, or just look at the first one?
Need for Speed movies?
Yeah, just like did you just look up the date the first one came out? Not Need for Speed movies. I'm dumb. I'm trying to say Fast and Furious. It's because they keep saying Need for Speed titles, and also I'm getting
Well, the
fucked
first
as we
Need
go
for
right now.
Speed game, the first Need for Speed
I
game
should
was a
be
normal
question
game.
about.
I mean, are they concerned about competition? Because that feels like a video game you could easily franchise into a movie and be less shitty than what they're doing with Monster Hunter. I'll say it. I'm not a Monster Hunter guy.
Well,
mean, it's a
isn't there a
shitty
Fast and
director.
Furious video game in the works?
There is
Or
a Fast
did
and
they
Furious
call-
video game, yes. Like Fast and Furious is
The
crossing
previous
over
one
the
was
other
shitty.
way, but I'm like,
Oh,
why didn't Need for
okay.
Speed make a movie?
I know for a fact there has been Fast and Furious game because Critical played it. It's bad. It's real bad.
Oh yeah, that
I'm
game
sure
was
it
really
is.
bad.
It was really bad, yeah.
So I'm gonna I don't want to defend the Monster movie, but I will say I'm interested in what it's.
Hey,
I mean,
hey guys, what do you call these knees?
Look, that joke isn't that bad.
It's really not. No, it's not at all.
A bunch of my Chinese friends are literally like, "Why are so many people getting angry?"
Well,
Like-
Because, like, honestly,
I'll
because of
fucking
China,
call
they-
him out. Lucky's about to do it too. Mainland China is absurdly sensitive. They're like,
Well, that's
no,
'cause
we're the
the
biggest dick
CCP
country in the world. You can't say shit about us. We're
That's
cool.
because they're actual fascists. Yeah, they can. I don't care.
We're already banned in China. We have to be.
The
If China
CCP
knows we
the
exist, we
CCP
can't
can
go.
burn. But what I was saying is like I'm one of those people that I don't hate video game movies all the time. Like I'll say it. I liked the Warcraft movie. I don't know how
Hey,
anyone who didn't play Warcraft 1 and 2 watches that movie.
That was the same, but also I think we both like it because we're fucking lore nerds, and we were like, they're doing the things.
Yes.
Oh, and I honestly, that to me speaks of a like I wouldn't get it. I never played Warcraft in my life, but that at least speaks to me of an effort was
Oh,
made.
Vesper,
The problem
you've done it,
was that-
Vesper.
Perfect.
They went back with
Challenge!
The
I challenge you, sir!
You got me.
But no, what I was gonna say was that like that at least shows that those people knew what they were doing and like tried. Like hey, so tomorrow's video is not wanted unless they announce it tonight. Oh, I put it away. But I just read a new L5R novel. Like they've upgraded to full novels, not just novellas. I've posted the review for patrons already. I just read Poison River, the first Daidoji Shin mystery, because it ends with Daidoji Shin will return in a poison kiss, and I'm like, fuck yeah, he will.
So what do you think about it generally?
Well, I did a review, so look forward to that. I rambled for 20 minutes. Ask me a question as he fucks me gently. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for that, Chief. But like that, I think was done with an effort to be digestible, because like the text skips a lot of the like. There's not a lot of honorific play. There's not a lot of overt Japanese words for the sake of using them. Like they're still using terms like shinobi, wakizashi, whatever, right? But and they use proper place names and stuff. But there's no like, they don't go to that extra weeb level of like, oh, this guy's using san instead of sama. He's being super disrespectful right now. Like that, which I like. That's okay with me. It's a fucking pulp novel. It's a pulp detective novel.
To not interject, but to make a point, it's like there's a big difference between using Japanese words, and then like, okay, but no, this is a samurai movie. We're gonna say what a katana is.
Yes,
like,
but I think the book is written to be more digestible to a bigger public because it's like from a dedicated publishing arm and whatnot. But
I'm sorry,
like,
I just pictured a samurai holding that katana going, "You can't defeat my broadsword."
Well,
no, the term would be longsword technically.
There's this whole thing about that. So I was watching this video on YouTube that I'm gonna plug because I really thought it was good. It was a breakdown of all the cultural fuck-ups in both of the Mulan movies, and comparing and contrasting them. Spoilers: the animated movie is actually more culturally accurate.
I bet it was because
I assumed it was.
I mean, I'll say that I'll say this just in general. From what I understand, I feel like the '90s Disney animated movies have more soul. Like they are meant to be pieces of artwork. They're part of the Disney Renaissance. The live-action remakes are just nostalgia cash-ins.
Well, it's like the woman was even talking about this. It's like and I hate calling her the woman, so I'm gonna look up her name. But it's like she was saying is like the old movie, like Mulan never failed. In the new movie, Mulan doesn't fail at anything. In the old movie, Mulan kind of sucked at the beginning. Like she was terrible. That's
the thing, though. Like it's the heroic arc where like even Heracles and Hercules. I'm gonna still call him Hercules. I don't care. He's a fuck up. He's a fuck up for like.
Well, also I'll be real. The Hercules movie is weird because they call him Hercules, even though they use all the Greek names, so he should be Heracles.
Yeah, and like I'm Heracles whenever I have the chance to because I like.
That movie was
an action figure.
The person's name is Jiren Jeja.
And you can trust Dallas knew how to pronounce that correctly.
Can link it in.
The problem is it's also there's an American middle name because the J in her name is Jay.
That's not that. I would actually say that's not that unusual. I know a lot of. I'm gonna take it.
Chinese American.
Dallas, could you link the video in moving pictures?
Or you could throw it in stream chat also. Well, actually, I don't know if the guys. I don't know if those guys want to look at stream chat because they can see my hand. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not very exciting.
I'll do both.
I don't have a yellow. There we go.
Oh,
look, I may or may not have like 5 night flips and like 4 wilds.
But the thing is, like, what I was gonna say is, like, her biggest point was like the other problem she had was the new movie marketed itself on cultural accuracy. Whereas the old movie,
I'm gonna, you know, we're talking about marketing fuck-ups earlier. I'm gonna say, oh, does he? Oh, shit, he had a wild. Fuck, that's right.
Austin did
but what I was gonna say earlier was, I mean, talking about like Chinese cooperation and marketing. They marketed it that way because I'm sure that's what China's agreement was to film in there, and China is a big market for films that has opened up, and people are constantly courting the Chinese market. It's like what happened with Transformers. They tried to do it with Mulan. I don't know if it did them any good. It sounds like it kind of bit them in the ass with the rest of the world.
That reminds me of, it wasn't a big marketing thing, but for Star Wars Force Awakens, they removed Finn from the poster for the Chinese version.
Correct, because the Chinese people are racist. Well, and I mean, that's another that I will say, like maybe
I
they're
don't want to put that on China.
maybe they're racist.
Eastern Asia.
Yeah, I'm about to say Eastern Asia is weird because guess what? There aren't a lot of fucking black people there. So I think that's not necessarily like. Not like the kind of weird systemic racism you get in America, where it's more just like a lot of the people in Japan and China and other parts of East Asia haven't ever met a black guy, so they don't know what to do with that.
Look, if we're gonna talk about this,
Yeah.
I mean, I know we talked about this plenty of times off stream, but I show 21, man.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, think about anime designs for black people in general, which look a little stylized because they're like, fuck, how do I let you know this guy's black?
But I think the funniest thing about, like, it's a little better in the anime. It's a little better. But in the manga, it is just, this man is good at football because he is black. His black, slender muscles are what make him the best player.
And I mean, if you're a Japanese viewer watching American sports, you would believe that because, well, yes, there are a lot of black athletes.
I know there is legitimately like a sort of like a fascination and fetishization within Japanese culture involving black people, but yeah.
Let me tell you, Axe, let me tell you that right now. That's here in America too.
That's just not whatever.
No, it is.
Well, I mean, that's just the quintessential, like, things that are, anything that is seen as exotic is fetishized, and that can be, thanks for that, buddy.
Right.
And that can be like,
Damn.
anything
my
that is
check gonna
exotic
be,
is what people
make-
fetishize, and it gets weird. Like, if you talk about, that's the root of, like, Orientalism and fetishization of the Middle Eastern, like, societies and other weird shit that, you know, the fucking Victorians did. And everybody has done that. Everybody has been, I mean, heck, I talked about the Wanted Bradamante earlier. Hey, do you want to know where the princess in those poems who is about Orlando falling in love, Angelica, you want to guess where she's from?
Asia.
Cathay, aka Central Asia. Her name is Angelica. Like, they're just like, that sounds cool. Fucking Aladdin is set in China. Now, not the movies. I mean, the actual folktale is quote unquote set in China.
Aladdin is. It's not actually in China.
No, they say
God,
it's
so
China
confusing.
to make it sound more exotic, but it is absolutely just the Middle East.
It's the land of
No,
Africa.
It's
it's not
Arabia.
the Middle East either. It's like it's so confusing.
Well, yeah, but they play of a lot of tropes and title names that are familiar to the audience.
Guys, I know the answer. It's somewhere over there. That's it. That's the answer.
It's
much.
like
It's
people
somewhere that's
think-
not here.
Yeah,
So
so
the
like
closest
that.
that people think is like they think it's India, probably, kind of. It's weird.
Maybe.
Like upper North India.
Which would
Or
totally
possibly
could
Pakistan.
make sense.
Yeah, I can see it.
But anyway, yeah, like there's that fetishization of other cultures, and there's also this thing. So it's an interesting commentary. I'm sure Lucky may get some of this reference, but like they say how love and hate are two sides of the same coin. That's true. Like love and hate are not opposites; they're actually very close. I actually do believe that the opposite of hate and ignorance basically is like knowledge, logic, thinking it through. All right, well, I'll just skip all y'all.
I would say the opposite of love and hate is apathy. Like, if you have no feelings for anybody, well, if you have no feelings for them, that's gonna be the opposite.
Well,
of
and you can
apathy.
say the positive kind of that would be like rationality, not having feelings but knowledge, which can still be really weird and off-putting at times. Let's not sugarcoat that one either. Pure pragmatism is weird, but
I'm trying
people
to,
who have negative thoughts about groups can easily turn that into okay, all right, okay, I see. This is the karma. God, that's a lot of fucking cards. But that can easily turn into that. Oh, this is that other thing that we deny. And also, when you institutionalize prejudices, you give them to people for no reason, and then they don't know what to do with it.
I mean, the other kind of issue part of that is that Japan specifically, and to a lesser China, although it's kind of going in that direction more now, Japan is hyper nationalistic. Like,
Well, and Japan is
To the
also
point of-
incredibly homogenized. Why are you skipping
Like-
me?
to the point of like
Jumping in.
like there's a video from a series that I like that was talking about how Confucianism kind of got spread amongst Asia and like how it got imported to different like Asian
Yep.
places and like what they took out of it. And what Japan did was they tied it into this like very hyper nationalistic ideology, and it shaped a lot of like like Japanese kind of like they have a very big superiority complex, and I'm not like.
Well, and listen, we're all. That's right, Robin's not here. We're all Americans at this table, at this virtual Uno table where we have a deep philosophical discussion. That's right, Loft's here. I ignored him. I ignored him because it wasn't funny.
Guys, don't worry, I'm bootleg American.
That's okay. I'm honestly though, Loft being foreign understands American exceptionalism as much as Americans do, probably. But the point I was gonna make is that American exceptionalism is also a thing and has been for a long time.
Oh no, definitely.
So like, and there are a lot of cultures that do have. Honestly, I think most big dick cultures who like leave an impact have a certain amount of that, right? Like the Romes were like, man, Rome is cool.
Well, here's the thing. Like, usually the people who have like the most ambitions and like the most like who want to prove something are usually probably the ones who are also kind of usually the most dickish as well.
Actually, hold on. Sorry, that reminds me. Did you guys hear about that guy, that governor in Europe who is like all against hating gay people, but then was recently caught in he was recently caught in a 25-man orgy.
Wow. Yes, while he was completely high off of his ass on
Well, so I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into
great.
But it honestly is very common for very outspoken anti-gay people to usually be gay.
Closeted, yeah. Well, that's so here's an interesting thing about human nature. Most often the thing you hate in other people is the thing you hate most about yourself. Like, humans are really like self-destructive creatures. There's a lot of shit that we hate in ourselves, and that usually turns it out. Like really oppressive, like mean-ass cultures have come from peoples and like individuals who have felt weak. Like, and sometimes that can be a weird positive. Like, I watched a really long documentary about MMA. I didn't necessarily like the tone of it. It was a lot very much like, yeah, life sucks and it's not going to get fixed. That's why you like to watch people get punched. And I'm just like, wow, okay, all right.
How pessimistic?
But it talked a lot about the history of martial arts, right? And a lot of martial arts variants have come from people who wanted to do, like, the reason why we have ultimately, like, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Judo before that is because... no, it's because of Jiu-Jitsu, the traditional Japanese art, required certain body types. So if you were too small or too weak, you couldn't do all the techniques of Jiu-Jitsu. So the inventor of Judo was a smaller guy, and he was like, I'm going to refine Jiu-Jitsu until I can do it at my height, and anybody can do it. And that became Judo, which, like, swept the nation,
and
the
world. They just aren't real.
And then it got refined further, and like it's really interesting to think about, because martial arts are arts. They're literally called martial arts. They are arts of violence.
Well, I could have won. I hit square instead of circle.
It's from what I've been able to see. It's like the two driving forces. It is something that you teach your soldiers in order to kill each other. Like, that's how a lot of martial arts got invented. Or to like have competition.
Because you didn't have a fucking purple. He
Oh,
didn't even draw a purple. He found a wilds first. Oh my god.
To bring it up,
a murder.
Do any countries actually like their own? Do any people in a country like their own country?
Yes, actually, that's the thing. There are a lot of. We talked before about how sensitive.
I like my country. I don't like the people running it.
We talked about how sensitive and I believe a lot of that is not just government fluff. There are actual people in the CCP's China who are like, no, China's the best. You can't make a Chinese knees joke. That's not cool. We're cooler than that. And like, honestly, there are people in Japan talking about how nationalistic they are. Like, there are some arguably creepy people in Japan who are still like, man, Japan's the best.
I mean, I don't want to get too political, but think about the last year of our country.
I'm about to say, like, you don't have to look any further than America, really.
Oh yeah, there are people who love what they think America should be.
Also, watch the new Borat movie. It's fucking... Oh god, it's so good.
I don't
know how it's more relevant now than it was back then, but somehow it is.
Yeah, you would think Borat would be a joke that aged poorly, but it didn't, because honestly, our culture really hasn't. Like, culture is supposed to be cyclical. Like, and I would argue the 70s were really distinct from the 80s, and were kind of distinct from the 90s. Like, the 90s was definitely a pause period in culture. But New
Well, that's 'cause we
Millennium
had, like, such
culture.
big technological growth, I think. That shit just kind of got a little bit wild.
Yeah, but the New Millennium culture, like, obviously some things have become more important. Like, there are some things that have definitely percolated, like racial injustice, LGBT rights and stuff have been like there have absolutely been changes there. Like that's a thing, right? Like when I was a kid,
Guys, careful. Omega has an indigo.
when I was a
That's
kid.
fair. I can't do anything about it. Okay, whatever. Let me win.
What?
Continue on, Omega?
What did you think? I was just gonna say,
Wait,
like,
no.
when I was a kid on TV, being gay was weird. That was like a thing that people didn't understand. Now it's just, you can absolutely have characters just, nah, I'm a dude, I kiss dudes, whatever.
It was yeah, magenta. My bad.
Well,
I don't
think
know.
about it like this: the Pope
Now I-
this year recently said, "Nah, gay marriage is okay. It's whatever." It's
Oh,
okay."
yeah, the Pope.
I won the match. Also, yeah, the Pope's a cool guy.
But think if you told yourself that in like the 90s, your head would explode.
Oh well, probably early 2000s me would have even realized the Pope was a thing. That's another weird thing about America is like, God's a big deal. Organized religion is not.
Dude,
Like,
I
didn't know who the fuck
understand
the
your
Pope
guys'
was.
Pope. I say your guys'. I don't think anyone here is.
Nobody here is Roman Catholic. No, I don't think so.
I don't
Anyway.
understand. I don't understand organized, like, not organized, but I don't understand hierarchical religions.
I don't either.
Well, you see, it
I don't get
involves
it.
this guy called Jesus. Maybe you've heard of him. He had some
Oh, yeah, no,
disciples.
Died for our sins, and then he
He's a
came.
good old Jewish boy.
And then
Dallas and Axe
Former Jewish
personally
boy.
killed Jesus for our sins.
No, totally.
Oh, the
My
Romans
middle
killed him.
name is actually Longinus.
The Romans killed him.
Isn't it Longinus, not Longinus?
There's some flexibility. Listen, I took two years of Latin.
Well, Longinus sounds like.
Look, I have never purported to be able to pronounce anything other than Chinese.
Like, all I'm gonna say is Longinus.
What the fuck were you?
It sounds like a name at least.
Anyway, we were talking about the table and like no the Pope is a weird thing, and I think the Pope makes sense in the history of Christendom because Christianity is weird in that it's one of those big
How many factions
religions.
does Christianity have?
What?
How many factions does Christianity have? Like 5? now?
I don't know. There's a lot of
Too many.
sects, but I mean it's the same as like I was gonna mention one of the other big religions right now by volume, Buddhism. Buddhism is the same way. Christianity has a non-cultural success, as in non-like ethnocultural. It spread everywhere, and I think it does have some similarities with Buddhism in that way. In that Buddhism has multiple sects and differences, but they whatever universal
even
truth is
Judaism
there
has
has.
multiple sects.
Yes, but what I'm getting at is that like I would argue that Judaism is still a much more like cultural, even ethnic like faith. Like it
It
came
is.
from a group of
Jewish
people
is-
and spread out.
Jewish. Juditude, Jewness is weird, where it's
I'm not
it's
religious,
a
but
religion, but a lot of people that are Jewish also take it as a culture rather than a religion.
Actually, I will be honest. I was this. I'm not religious, but I'm culturally Jewish.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Yeah. And
and
I was
because
raised
of weird minority bullshit, that is a thing. You have to say that you are Jewish because you have been an oppressed minority in the past and maybe again.
And because it's also something that some people think I'm not white for, because people are dumb.
Well, that's people don't understand how whiteness works. Whites. I've said this
well,
before. And
Not
we'll say
white,
it
it's just
again.
be redneck.
As
essentially.
probably one of the whitest people, if not the whitest dude here. I'm also gonna win around.
Yeah.
Incredibly Anglo. I'm so white. My mother is actually a British citizen still. That's how Anglo I am, guys.
I think
white
a lot of people think
supremacy-
white is American instead of actual like.
White supremacy
nowadays.
is dumb and doesn't make any goddamn sense because there is no unified white culture. It's dumb.
It just means it's just really to
Europeans hate each other and could not decide who. Like, there are people who are in Europe who are prejudiced against Slavs that they're not quote unquote white, but in America you're all white. Or that the Irish weren't white enough to be white, even though the Irish are real pasty
whiter than
Catholic folk.
Americans.
And it's like, at least with the Italians, it kind of makes sense because they're tanner.
Yes, there are people in
But
South
it's
Europe who
really
are
dumb.
actually tan, but those
Like,
are also.
Italians and Greeks, I can kind of see why people were.
But
like,
at the
"That's
same
not
time, how
really
could you
white."
say the Italians are not the same culture as quote unquote white people?
I just remember that song from what was it, Legally Blonde. Is he gay or European?
But
Oh,
like,
that song is good.
like like the Italians. Think about this. The Italians are basically, like, not literally, but they are almost exactly the contiguous culture of Rome, right? Like the guys still living around Rome are the same people, basically. Even after all those Celts fucked them over, and knocked over all their cities. Let's go with blue. Blue is the color I want.
Who started that whole conflict? Who,
But
like,
they are
fucked up
still. They're.
The thing with
How could they
Judaism-
not be white? Because shit, I missed a jump in. Fuck. Could've saved
The
it.
thing with Judaism and why people might not consider it white is because it's the whole diaspora aspect of, like, there's different kind of Jew.
Well,
God,
yes.
that came out weird. But
Well, and I mean, there
there's-
are, because we talked about how it's kind of an ethnocultural thing in addition to a spiritual thing.
Well, no. So, funny fact: there's actually a kind of Jew called a mountain Jew. I'm not making this up.
I never heard of
It's,
that.
it's people from Azerbaijan, I think.
It sounds
Azerbaijan and Chechnya. Like there's Bukharan, there's Kachin, there's Kohen, there's like, and then what most people in America that are Jews are Ashkenazi, which is like all the Jews that were from
Austria.
Russia and Germany before Russia and Germany went, we don't like you, get the fuck out.
And then America was like, hello, do you believe in capitalism-friendly Jews? Come in. Do you hate
They went-
dirty commies?
And they went,
Sure, I guess.
Something I want to bring up is interesting about
America during the Cold War period is, do you hate commies? Follow-up, will you fight a commie? You can be in. You're cool.
Welcome to the club.
yeah, like
It's just really.
Will you accept money to fight commies? We love you forever.
By the way, Mega has a blue. Never mind.
what's up, Whisper?
Fine.
Sorry.
I think something interesting about
Oh, I won
Omega
again!
has
Holy
one
shit, I'm on a
again.
streak!
I think the interesting thing about like
Because no one noticed Omega changes to blue and only have one card left.
in Europe is that even when like the Norse people were slowly converted to Christianity, formed their own unique culture beds and stuff, there's still a large bed of
Sorry, X.
of Nordic and old world religion built into even Christian stories. Like
Well, so, yeah, Christianization is weird. Like, the Christians...
Okay.
The Christianization is weird because they got the Norse, they got the Irish Celts, right? Like, our only records of those cultures are Christianized, but also they're full of all the same weird magic and shit, Odins and stuff.
It just had the syrup numbers filed off.
Now I hope you guys understand how I feel when I'm talking in Let's Talk FGO and Omega just cuts me off and starts going a million miles a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done right now because I'm dying slowly.
They've been you when we do the D&D game.
I get cut off quite easily.
But yeah, like to bring up an OSP video that I'm sure Omega probably linked when it came out. I guess don't pay attention. I'll be honest. Video on the Wild Hunt, where basically it's always Odin. The Wild Hunt is led by Odin. Even when it's not Odin, it's still Odin. And it's basically because the Wild Hunt sort of originates, at least in Europe, from also I did that again. From the Nordic concept of Odin and his Einherjar. Odin and his Einherjar blazing across the Nordic lands during storms. And,
Yeah, and-
when the Nordic lands were Christianized, it turned from this glorious bout of Odin's hunt to, oh no, this is this really scary thing that we don't want to look at. But also the Wild Hunt are kind of are usually a kind of benevolent entity that are like, oh, I mean, if you run into them, they'll challenge you, and if you outsmart them, they'll give you some gold. But it's not gold when they give
It
it.
reminds me of Gensakai, where that's a whole
Well, it's
thing.
like they smashed it together with the Celtic folklore of do I want to try and pronounce this?
Well, like I said,
The sheep.
that's like religious, like I guess religious appropriation at its finest.
Well, I don't even know if it's appropriation, because this is always a weird thing about the concept of cultural appropriation. I do believe it exists. We talked about fetishizing cultures. But at
Yeah,
the
but
same
I don't know,
time,
like,
there is a certain aspect of cultural drift and absorption
Yeah.
is just natural.
Well, yeah, and
How do you think classical mythology exists? It's because the Greeks ate up all of a bunch of other religions that were from like Egypt and Mesopotamia, and then the Romans ate their religion, and then the Romans conquered all of Europe basically, and when all the Celts who were left, because there were a shitload of Celts as well, after the Romans fucked off, we're like, man, these statues are cool and stuff. I guess this is the basis of our literature. The Bible also helped because it, you know.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said cultural appropriation. Cultural drift is probably.
Even think of the.
In the case of
We need to make a word that is just the safe word for Mega, like, talking overall.
It's not gonna work.
It's because of the case of the fact that if you look all over Europe and even in Asia, there is a stance of like a similar thing. Like even in Japan, there is the March of 100 Oni. I think it's called something. That was what Red just said.
It's the Night Parade of 1,000 Demons. You see it in Oni.
Yeah.
Just take it like even just take the Bible. Like I'm not gonna say the Bible just rewrote the Torah with some cliff notes, but it kinda did. Like,
well, that is definitely absolutely the Old Testament, right?
Like the Torah, which funny fact is not the. I know most people think that, but the Talmud is also there, which is weird, because the Talmud is literally just rabbis yelling at each other for 300 and something pages.
It's a
being
very.
like, no, this is right.
Actually,
No,
I
this
gotta
is
be
right.
real. That's probably why your culture's religion has survived so long. Is just it's got a robust discourse built into it.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
it's
the
built
Talmud
in
is
interesting
was,
things.
when was the last Talmud update? Because like the Talmud is literally.
Oh, Dallas, I just love the way you phrased that. When was the last Talmud update? Like, are they tweeting it? Are rabbis tweeting it right now?
Well, no, it's like you joke like. Every time
I
there's, like,
joke,
a
but also I
rabbinic
believe they would
council-
do it though.
Oh man, the Talmud update, I gotta reset all my microphone settings and stuff.
No.
It was. I think it was like it started in 271 BC, like 2711 BC, with the Vilshanaz, which fun fact, Judaism originated in Babylonia, which is fun.
That's cool.
Lots of things did.
It's like, it was the whole thing about the Torah, or not the Torah, Talmud, is like it was meant to be updated, and they only stopped updating it in 1895 was the last Talmud update, or 1835 rather.
Something wasn't that song I was going on about before, like weeks ago, The Rivers of Babylon? Isn't that about like the Jewish people in Babylonia?
I think so, because like there's the Babylon of like Gilgamesh, which Babylon, and I'm
Mesopotamia is
butchering that
weird,
word.
and we probably should just call it Mesopotamia because that's just that whole between two rivers zone.
Well,
Also,
yeah,
it's a
I guess you
mess.
could say it's a Mesopotamia.
Civilization is really good and bad about it. It's like, oh yeah, there's Gilgamesh, who's Sumeria. There's there's like four, like there's Cyrus from Persia. There's Gilgamesh, and now there's Hammurabi, who are all the same place, but there's different.
Well, yeah, in civilization terms, they're all the same place. They really should be. It's one of those weird things. Those guys should be city-states for the most part, at least with those leaders. Because it's the other weird thing, like I understand kind of why they made Alexander Macedon, but also he should just be Hellenistic Greece because that's what he did. He invented that. Because Greece wasn't unified for a while.
Yeah, and like Greece only really unified, quote unquote, when they had to fight, when they had to go and fight Persia.
Mm-hmm.
And even then,
that was an alliance of city-states.
Well, yeah, and it didn't last that long. And after that, it was the Peloponnesian War, where Greece and Sparta went back to fighting over each other. Well, they went back to doing a Digmatran
Oh
conflict.
god, this comic is
By the
adorable.
way, if we switch back to the dark side, looking at Axe and Omega. Oh wait, Omega's picked up a different color. Never mind. You were
Back
both
to
rocking
you, X.
one color.
Yeah, I found an adorable
Back to me.
comic of Ordelinde that I'm posting in ArtGum because it's adorable.
But yeah, so Dallas was alluding to it earlier. The thing about like the Wild Hunt and the legends of the She.
Ah yes,
like,
that was posted earlier.
Like the British Isles Celts took their Wild Hunt mythos and were like, okay, but also it's fucking fairies. It's absolutely fairies.
I'm pretty sure the European version is because of geese. Pretty sure it's because of like the eerie sound of geese calls in
I
stores.
can see that. And you talked about earlier, like how even East Asia has it, lots of other places have it. That is a thing that people have noted. There are, actually, doesn't Red reference this in that video that the wild hunt is like a mythological, an archetype? Like it's literally got a type number and type in it.
Well, it's even like, I would say in China, the thing it would be close to is the yellow procession, which sounds really more racist than it is.
Yes.
Because there's this thing in Chinese mythology called the Yellow Emperor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who was said to ride across the sky in his procession of soldiers. It has nothing to do with the racist stereotypes of Chinese people. Just like
It's just a color.
the yellow
It's,
sultan.
it's just a color.
Well, yeah,
Or
they
the
just
man in yellow. FGO. I'm giving you free ideas here.
they
do it.
yes they
I
just
would
they
Do
just
it.
well, and the Yellow River isn't like. It's interesting how it becomes a race thing, but China also involves a lot of proper nouns that involve the word yellow. Like that's just part of their setup.
Rebellion also, if we're gonna bring up every yellow thing that happened in China, the Yellow Turban Rebellion was a thing as well.
Yeah. Which, God, man, that whole... I just want them to do a Dynasty Warriors crossover, because they could just
It would
play
work.
off of an
There
actual
is a
historical
Dynasty
event.
Warriors. There is a 3 Kingdoms Dynasty Warriors game though. It exists.
I mean, the entire Dynasty Warriors series is the 3. That's just that.
Damn it.
I mean, I just want FGO to do a Dynasty Warriors crossover.
I mean,
I mean,
they
the
could
goal-
probably kind of do that because they've been doing some interesting
Yes,
mechanics
the
before.
infamous fight of Lubu versus Lubu and Red Hair.
Well,
it's
because the thing is, like,
blue. That it's just
Dynasty Warriors does have, like, original characters. Like, as much as I love her character, Dao Chan is not a real historical person.
Yeah,
yeah.
I believe I've actually, because I have in the past for reasons related to that Fate AP you should watch, but I've, hunted for characters of various types and been like, can I get some Chinese servants in here? And it's like,
Hey,
actually, yeah, if you skip like Fa Mulan, there's a limited number of in the original Romance of the Three Kingdoms period, there aren't actually a lot of interesting famous ladies who kick butt that I could find. A lot of the
Well, the
characters
thing
I
is-
found referenced by Dynasty Warriors were made up.
Dao Chan is a real character in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms story, the actual Chinese one. So she was originated there, but she's not, as far as we know, because honestly, a lot of the records of this time period are lost because they were set on fire.
well, yeah.
Probably by
Frequently
Cao
happens with-
Cao.
frequently happens with-
Probably Cao Cao. Just blame him. He likes setting things on fire. But Dao Chan is not real, but she's also one of the most interesting characters in that novel because she made Lu Bu carry a baby through a battlefield, which is hilarious.
Ah, yes.
I don't like
Damn
this
it.
side either.
Oh my.
Didn't according to
We
Dynasty
have
Wars,
this somehow.
Mao Yun did the same thing. He's like, I need to deliver my lord's baby across Cheng
Yes, no, there are 3 different times where a man has to carry a baby across a battlefield.
Axe, how did you know
Yeah.
this graded? Oh, right. We saw
I
the flip
love
side. You didn't know
ancient
that Vesper didn't
Chinese
have
liter-
red. I
like-
wasn't paying attention.
This is why I want them to do more. Like, this is why I wish it wasn't at the same time, because I feel
Oh,
like
shit.
they might read the room of, like, Japan and China have this weird, like, I'm better than you attitude towards each other. Which
Well,
I
it's
wish
one
they
of
didn't.
those unfortunate. It's really weird where this feud comes from. It's entirely modern history's fault because the Japanese so much wanted to be the Chinese. They were those guys. Okay,
There's
I
also
don't like
I
anything
think there's
that just
also
happened right now,
there's
Loth.
also with I think it was Project 40. It was Project 347 or something like that, where it was like.
a bathroom break at some
Is
point.
Axe
Yeah.
trying to reference war crimes?
No, I'm saying though because it's there's that whole thing. You saying that made me lose past what I was gonna say. So never mind. I fucking thought.
Well,
what I was gonna say.
there were a lot of war crimes perpetrated on
I
the
was gonna
Chinese
say,
side of the
basically,
company.
I know where Resident Evil came from because it came off from actual fucking step testing.
I'll say this: as a Jewish
Look,
man,
nothing
the
happened in
Japanese in World War II were worse than the Nazis,
Fair enough.
by far, in terms of
Oh, yeah,
treating
no.
people.
Well, and I will
inhumanely.
say, I mean, you could
Yes,
say what you like about Nazis or whatever, however you feel about that. But the modern Germanic peoples are very hardcore about that. It ain't me anymore. Whereas
Japan is not as much that.
no, while we have America has certainly cowed Japan about some things. And I don't want to be like, oh, Japanese internment camps were cool. You're a dirty commie if you think otherwise. To reference the pre-show conversation, which I think a little bit of that got in here.
Very much.
Yes, nuking them was very bad. Internment camps were very bad, but the Japanese people are not some innocent school children after that.
Yeah, no, because we had to deal with them mostly over here in Australia. We had to deal with the wait, we're talking about the Japanese, right, in World War II?
Yes.
Yeah. No, when we talk about Anzac Day, it's like, yeah, no, a lot of Australians went through a fucking hell dealing with Japanese soldiers.
Well, it's the
You got
thing is like,
all these war horror stories of people coming back from Japanese internment camps or being prisoners of war, and it just fucking sucks ass.
I guess we're going back.
Also, access of red. Keep it away from red or 2, I believe.
All right.
That will be.
I mean, we saw.
Yeah, I have no choice in this. Okay, all right.
It's not like.
So, funnily enough.
but yeah, no, it's one of those weird things where it's
But
like.
yeah, no. What I was gonna say earlier though.
Just to clarify before I get in trouble with your audience, I don't blame Type Moon for this because I don't think it's actually them, but I more think they're looking at the Japanese and are afraid of their reaction.
Well, yeah, and they have to consider the fact that they know that FGO is also out in Japan, right? Like, it's one of the few games that is. So they have to understand there's that awkward back and forth with their two audiences that don't really get along so good. Because, like we were saying, that is a World War II thing where the rape of Nanking was very bad, very, very bad. Lots of bad things happened to people.
Nothing happened.
Why are you saying that?
Well, that's because that's the Japanese government's official.
Yes, if
okay.
if I pull the Japanese citizen around, like, that is something you can say, oh, he got a yellow. Good pull, Axe.
You have like no points though.
Yeah, we were all playing a very mean. Nice! Take your screen caps now, kids, before it's gone. It's gone. But no, like, that is at least something you can say. While some people are weird about it, American history, at least, like, well, when I went to college in the middle of, like, Central Florida, that we acknowledged that some of that stuff happened. Like, it's not like we tried to pretend that it was, like, super cool that we dropped those bombs. We did drop some bombs. It was an alternative to an ugly conflict.
World War II, we don't deny most things. Other wars, we do. Like,
Well, the thing about World War II,
happened in that thing.
Yes, though honestly, I think some of that, part of that's probably distance, and part of that is also probably cultural pushback. Like,
it might. Well,
I think.
a theory
Sorry.
I had is.
Go ahead.
Good. Well, okay. The theory I had is that it might be because that's whereas in history where we are unironically the good guys. In
Well, actually, yeah, that was what I was gonna say. Was that while nobody is clean in war, it's very hard to argue that we were the baddies.
Yeah, like, because first of all, we weren't the aggressors. Like both Germany and Japan were the aggressors in
Green
that war.
5.
Italy was there. They were there. But it's one of those things. It's like there's very rare where a war is so black and white. Like, and the Civil War.
Well, and this is it's that World War II is so black and white. The First World War gets that flack in reverse.
5.
Still a green 5.
Just give me cards to draw.
Lucky and I both have this problem because of stuff like Mages of War and Saga of Tanya and stuff, where people are like, tiny flying Hitler. That's right, I painted everybody who's ever said that about Saga of Tanya with that voice. Fuck you. You don't understand history.
What? Wait, what?
Tiny flying Hitlers, Vesper?
What?
We're
I'm talking about how World War I has basically been demonized by World War II, where everybody's like, ah, shit, those guys are German? That must mean they're proto-Nazis. That is absolutely not how the First World War went.
No, they were
and quite frankly, that was
German.
another idea of how war is bad for everybody, because everybody was real fuck-ups on both sides.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a treaty. It was all because of a treaty clusterfuck. You people
I
don't
mean,
understand.
technically, if you want to look at it, the two aggressors are Russia and Syria, and not even official Syria, a Syrian rebel terrorist group.
Yes.
Yeah, the Balkans were real fucked up.
Quick
And-
question: is that setting up for anyone else?
Like,
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he drops it in that sometimes.
World War I started because of a billion treaties were all in place at the time.
Yep.
So, like, one thing happens.
I got the jump in! The jump in Uno kill!
To go to war. Now, this country go to war. Other countries have to go to war. So, like, when two countries went to war, all of a sudden, it was a daisy chain of like not teenagers have been brought into the war because of treaties.
Uh-huh. Well, that and also some interesting things, like for instance, to attack France, Germany was like, "Oh, we'll just power through Belgium. They're neutral. Nobody cares." And the British were like, "You fucking what, mate?
Hey. What's all you stand?
Hold on a second. We don't care if you attack Paris. We literally don't give a fuck. But you're
You don't
fighting.
care about those damn Frenchies.
You invaded Belgium, a neutral country. That's against the rules."
Well, that's our waffles.
And then America for literal years was like, "Nah, this ain't me, fam. It ain't us. We don't care about this shit."
Europe's issue, and then Germany exploded a cruise ship. And
Yes,
like,
Germany would not end U-boat warfare, and America was like, "Okay, guys, we still do business and send people across the Atlantic. Will you stop blowing us up with U-boats?" And Germany was like, Yeah,
No.
we will. And then the German telegraph came out and was like, 9, we will not stop the U-boats. And America was like, okay. All right, we're getting in it.
Also, wait, was it World War II where I think it was World War II where Germany paged Mexico? It's like, hey, it's attack America.
No, that was the first one. That was the Zimmerman telegram. That was in a telegraph to the Mexican government. They were like, "Hey, we know you're having a tussle with America right now. We just want to let you know Germany supports you 100%, and we're going to continue unrestricted U-boat warfare on those damn dirty Americans if you want to pick a fight with them." And America got a hold of it because I believe the Allies had broken their codes, and America was like, "You fucking what?"
Was that Navajo Code Talkers, or was
I've heard it was too, and I believe the Zimmerman telegram was definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if Germany tried to bring it back in too, but that was absolutely a thing in the first one. Was they tried to get Mexico involved?
There was a different telegram in the in World War II, but that was the movement of concentration. It was broken by a gay guy. I know that because they made a movie about it.
Yeah, it is.
Literally the only reason I know that.
Oh God, is that coming to me?
Well, that's rude.
Okay, I did not get blasted though for it. I didn't have to draw.
It just changed the color, yeah.
Thank God for small mercies, I guess. Shit. I don't have any ones or
The
oranges.
Zimmerman telegram was World War One, and
Well,
Like,
I also know
You're
that-
talking about Alan Turing.
Yeah, Turing. The Turing.
yeah, the
test.
Turing telegram was 2.
Yes. That was
like, wait a minute.
code breaking the Enigma and stuff, which is a whole awful
Enigma.
stupid
For a
story.
movie, that was that
Yeah,
that movie was kind of crazy.
And the work with Navajo Code Talkers who did not break codes, but they basically made a near unsolvable code because it was a Navajo language that was undecipherable to European people who were like, what the fuck is this? Like this is never
The
language.
hell is a Navajo?
Well, yeah, basically America was
yeah.
like, hey, we have indigenous languages literally not enough of their own people know. What if we weaponized this because America? And it worked.
To be fair, that was a really good idea.
Oh no, it's
yeah,
I mean, that's the thing. When this is why I said nobody looks good in war. War is the time when everybody goes, okay,
Fuck it, let's do it.
it's basically like nothing's off the table. What if we burned down all their homes? Kind of off the table, but also nothing's off the table because we absolutely firebombed the shit out of Japan
And then Russia went.
and
And then
Germany.
Russia went. What if we burned down our homes? And everyone was like, "Fuck."
No, it's
Yeah, no,
like
like,
it's
if
it's
I
a
remember
weird
correct-
one, but like
Yeah, like no. People
We
do all sorts
actually-
of weird shit. Like fuck it.
So.
sorry, we got a lot.
World
Lucky you
War
were
II
saying
has
in
a
there.
casualty-
Hold on,
World War
Dallas.
II has a casualty count of
Okay, Dallas is gonna hold on. He won't
223
stop.
million.
Yeah, people don't care about Lucky.
Lucky you
So
were in
sorry,
the middle
Lucky.
of saying something before I think somebody laughed and interrupted you.
Sorry.
Sorry, that may have been me.
Sorry.
No, like all I was gonna mention is like no, like things off the table is like fuck like the British Navy actually fully blockaded Germany off in an effort to literally starve them out. So like and what was the other thing?
I mean,
fuck,
yeah,
There's
yeah.
there's something else I can't fucking remember it at the moment.
there were a lot of British things.
Like I saying, like people like people are just all like in war, people are just all like, well, what's gonna keep my people alive and get theirs dead faster?
Well, there's also like I don't think it's a case of this, but it's just a good anecdote of the Germany blitzkrieg, or not blitzkrieg, the Germany bombings in Britain, and the British people collectively went, you know what, we're gonna spite Germany by just not caring about any of it.
Keep
out of
calm
pure
and
spite.
carry on. They think they
Yeah.
can scare us into not fighting them. Loth, do something. Loth, oh my God, Loth, no. He's drawing. Oh no.
But yeah, the British people collectively went, you know what? We could be scared of this, but what if we just weren't? And it would be really funny and piss off the Germans.
And say what you will about Winston Churchill, because there's a lot to say. The man was good at speeches. And he was a good wartime leader, where he was just like, and you know, he gave the speech, "We'll fight him on the beaches." Loth, are you alive right now? Is this like a weird Loth protest?
No, I said it in Secret Gaming that I was gonna be right back. I asked before, like, if we were gonna have a bathroom break at some point, but no one answered me, so I just decided to go by myself.
Oh, I did, but no one listened to me.
Well, I mean, it's not like you said anything about it either.
How do you know
That's
that?
alright. I didn't miss much.
I try to keep my ear out for Lucky.
Oh yeah.
No, you just skip.
I think just war strategies in general are absolutely insane. Like,
well, that's the thing about war. Keep going, Dallas.
No,
keep going. No, you go.
What I was just gonna say is, like, I just remember shit that was like when we were talking about the U-boats. Britain's solution to the U-boats was send people diving underwater and hit the.
Dallas, why are you cutting out?
He's probably getting too excited.
All we had was to have people dive underwater and hit, and then just silence.
No, they would hit the U-boats with hammers.
Really?
Yes,
I'm sure that's one strategy. Like, there was also, this didn't work, but at one point there was an attempt to build what they called the Otranto Barrage, which was a sea fence. They tried to fence in the Mediterranean to keep the German U-boats out of Montenegro, basically, the Montenegrin harbor.
Have an underwater rapid-proof fence.
It wasn't fully underwater, though, was the problem. It was mostly above
By
water.
the way, in case anyone knows, the rapid-proof fence is really bad.
But no, what the British did that was also really fucky was, apart from individual anecdotes, was they had the concept of the Q-ship. Which is, they would make a fake merchant vessel, they'd flag it neutral to get the Germans in more trouble, they would fill it up with cork so it wouldn't fucking sink, and when a U-boat would call for them to pull over, they'd fake a surrender, okay, we're gonna give up, come over, check our documents, and then when the U-boat stops, they would, like, throw the side panels off their cargo and reveal deck guns and shit and just be like, haha, surprise, motherfucker, call a hospital, but not for me, basically, on the high seas. Which is incredibly against the rules.
I think that destroyed Vesper.
But not for us.
Like, I mean, think about it like this. The way we beat Hitler's #1 general in the entire war, the way we beat him is we hired a magician. I know. A magician to fake a military barrage and to basically, like, make special effects with makeups and lights to think that we had this giant shield protecting us. It's just like some of the most ridiculous war strategies that work.
I mean, one of my favorite things about any world war is the fact that the Shah of Russia was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have this crazy homeless magic man in my house."
It caused the downfall of the nation.
Also, I realized anime isn't that silly because. And this is a real thing.
Dallas is about to tell one of those truth is stranger than fiction. Also, great timing by Robin.
Do you want to know what Russia's response to the Luftwaffe was?
No. Yeah, actually, yes.
We need to hire schoolgirls.
Oh yeah, the night witches.
The night witches.
Oh, the night witches,
Russian schoolgirls.
Young Russian women were the available pilots, so they would put them in fucking biplanes and have them fly at night and bomb enemy installations and do scouting for offensives, and it was awful. There's a Powered by the Apocalypse RPG about them.
Yep.
They completed over 1,000 missions, and they lived.
Yeah,
wow.
No.
They're stupidly successful for some odd reason.
For being equipped with World War I era biplanes.
Schoolgirls with biplanes and went, the fuck is this?
I thought they were adult women, actually.
I just was.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. They were Russian civilian women, so I'm sure they were all ages.
Oh, okay.
Like, absolutely, some of them would have been young.
Okay, so yeah, so like some like the cute girls doing cute things anime, in some cases makes sense. Because
Think about it like this.
I'm pretty sure they weren't cute.
Yeah, doing cute things like blowing up military installations.
Okay, I know.
I mean,
I'm
some of
saying
them
it's
would have
the
been cute.
archetype of the
Don't
modern
you
gender
knock
cast
the.
doing things.
Don't you knock the proud Russian women, Lucky.
But an untrained farm girl is the second most successful sniper in history from Russia.
Oh yeah.
Lyuda Pavlichenko was
I
an
saw it to be an
untrained farm girl. She had 630 confirmed sniper kills.
So Megan,
This is
did you
the
ever make her
second
as a
most in
servant?
history.
No, I have not done her or Simo Haya or anything like that yet. I could.
But you know what Muslima Haya is in? Shimasa Maki, you all should read that. Speaking
Vesper
of my-
is the Red
segment.
Baron in it?
But
I don't care.
I have the list. Let me pull up on my phone.
I
Did you
made that
take a
joke, by the way,
screenshot of that
because
fucking list?
Red Baron is absolutely going to win the poll, by the way. BT
I'm
dubs.
okay with that. One of his skills are pretty awesome, honestly.
Like, I believe he is currently destroying everybody.
Like, there's a
I
skill
mean,
where he, like, he can
also,
just
let's be
fucking show
real.
up.
While there are cute girls doing it, I would love if Girls in Panzer was real. I would love to have fucking
Yeah.
tanking as a recreational sport.
As a sport.
Fuck
that'd be
yeah, I would do that.
The list of humanity. First off, Dal's gonna love the first one. Guess who it is?
It's Lubu.
No, it's Qin Shi Huang.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, Lubu is on the list, but the first one on the list.
Well, the first fighter was Lubu. That's what
Yeah.
threw me off.
But like the list is Qin Shi Huang, Leonidas, Tesla, Kojiro, Raiden Tameemon, who he is basically the best. He is the peerless Rikishi. He's basically a sumo wrestler that should have been Yokozuna, but just never actually got it because of politics. But he's just the best, actually.
Can I retweet this Boudica? Probably
You should,
not.
so I can get it.
Next
It's
is
in hell not
Adam,
safe for work.
Adam, as in like Adam and Eve, the first human.
It's for Hadbon.
Rasputin, because of course he's unkillable.
Oh my god.
Is it
Lubu.
Cadbon? No.
Very
Okisoji.
Vesper is reading the
those
list in an
comments.
order. Axe, don't
I'm
interrupt
excited for
them.
that one because I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Simo Haya, Sakata Kintoki, and Jack the Ripper. Because it's Japanese, of course Jack the Ripper has. Jack the Ripper.
Actually, that's a good question. Why do the Japanese love Jack the Ripper so much? He's in fucking everything.
I don't know. Here's the
He's in
thing.
JoJo.
I'm gonna say it.
Like,
I'm
I
gonna
know
say
that
it.
Jack the Ripper is cool as, like, the ultimate unsolved serial killer, but, like, it's still
But he's
weird.
but
Wait,
he's
no.
a boring serial killer. Like
No!
no,
Dallas,
'cause I'll
wait,
say
I think
this.
I just figured it out.
Oh my god, he won.
Remember the Japanese, after they stopped being China boos, they became Brita boos. They fucking love
they
to be
did.
British. Oh,
But,
I won
like,
the whole thing.
okay,
Damn.
So
Good job,
I'm gonna
man.
be a little bit of a true crime nerd right now, but like I
for it.
would love for
I
them
love
to
true
do an
crime.
H.H. Holmes servant because essentially this man is literally so, but like a real person. Because he built a mansion filled with traps to kill people. Like it would dump people in vats of like embalming fluid and stuff. And this mansion still exists, and you can go tour it because we're American and capitalism. And
I can
yeah,
also read off the god list if people want me to, but I don't know. We're past that list. Okay.
We might be.
Yeah, true.
So I uploaded a copy of the current poll standings into
Red Baron is just
secret
strong.
chat. Yes.
Jack the Ripper is
With
just such a
Jacques
boring
Cousteau
character.
being the second place, which I'm surprised at. I'll have to put him back on a list later.
Go for
I
Cousteau.
actually voted for Jax Cousteau.
Same here.
Akusto's a cool lad.
I voted for Ferdinand von Zeppelin.
That's fair.
The list of heaven is Zeus, Buddha, who's awesome. He's fucking stupid.
Is it
looking.
Maitreya or the Buddha? Or just...
He's Buddha.
Okay.
We have Loki, Apollo, Poseidon, Susanoo no Mikoto. I don't know how to pronounce. That's one that I know what it is. I know who they are, but I've
No, I
always
understand.
flubbed that name. Thor, Bishamonten, Anubis, Odin, Beelzebub, Shiva, and Heracles.
Man, they should put Shang-Chi
A
in
lot of
there.
men there.
Shang-Chi is such a fucking
I
good
feel like there's a
mean-
little bit of cheating in that list also.
What, Heracles and Buddha? Is that what you're
Yeah,
gonna say?
where it's like, wait, so they're the group of heaven, but they also have people who are supposed to be humans.
Well, so
Yeah.
they Heracles has showed up. They have logicked it as in Shumatsu stuff. He became a god because he drank ambrosia or something.
Well, and also he drank Hera's titty juice, so.
Well, first they kind of gloss over the whole Hera thing. They really do.
Wild!
They
I wonder why.
They hard gloss over the
Because
fact
she's a woman.
that his name Heracles is like Bane of Hera or something, right? Yeah.
No, it's supposed to be like pride of Hera or something. It's supposed to be celebratory. It didn't work.
Yeah, Hera. How many times did you try to kill him? 3?
A lot.
Well,
He was the one that...
After, by the way, like I said, after I think it was either Artemis or Athena was like, hey, so we found this weird kid in the woods, goddess of motherhood. Do you want to like look after him? In Greek mythology, why we have the Milky Way is because baby Herc was a biter, and he bit Hera on the boob, and her god milk sprayed everywhere.
Yep.
Damn.
But
And that's probably, honestly, I gotta be real. It's not because he's Zeus's kid. It's probably the nip bite. She's just still mad about it.
but yeah, so like
It probably scarred everything, yeah.
the way they logic it in Shimatsu is like, well, so he drank ambrosia, so he became a god in the sense of like he lost his humanity and became a god, and Zeus just went like, oh, you're a cool dude, come up to heaven, and then he completes his labors and becomes Heracles. But also they specifically say like he's Alcestis, like they bring up like no, his name is Alcestis. That's who he was before he became Heracles.
Good old Alcestis.
Where's the Alcides come
For
from?
the Buddha, is it actually
It's from
Siddhartha,
one of his
or is
other
it one of
names.
the other
Okay.
bodhisattvas?
Okay, so we
Like
don't know.
Heracles was, by the way, Heracles was an honor name that Alcides got later.
Gotcha.
Like he literally took on the name of like cool dude of Hera. Hera,
Hey,
please
Dallas,
don't murder
as
me.
I've said, we don't know. Like they've been dodgy about like Buddha's human. Maybe they've toyed with the fact that like, I mean, this guy could maybe be a traitor to heaven and is on humanity's side. So I guess it would make sense that it's the human Buddha, as in like Siddhartha, or what Siddhartha uses. Yeah, right. Yes.
Siddhartha
Siddhartha
Gautama.
Gautama.
Yeah. But like his name is just Buddha on the list. Like it's not like they have not been explicit about what Buddha this is. It's just Buddha.
Because there are a lot of Buddhas. For instance, we've mentioned before. This is the subtitle I think I used for the one on her. But Xuanzang becomes the Buddha of Sandalwood Merit.
Yeah, there's the Buddhai Buddha.
But I think the best part about Buddha is that his like you have an idea of what Buddha would look like, and then you see Buddha in this. He's just like I need to look up an image of him because it's
Weird.
Well, is he based off of the Siddhartha Buddha, or is he based off of the Buddhai? Because Buddhai is the one that
no. The
Westerners
answer is
know.
no.
Oh, okay.
The answer is just no.
The answer is neither. Got it.
Yeah, no. Like what Robin said, he's like a Rasta Oni.
Well, I should
He does
definitely
not
not
look like
retweet that
a Buddha.
Boudica no matter what because I was still in the studio
that's-
now. But luckily, I wasn't actually using Twitter.
That's closer to than if he's like a Rasta man. That's closer to that.
Well,
traditional
Rasta is also a vague descriptor. I found the image I'm gonna post. It's colored. Look at this. Look at this gremlin of a man.
That's kind of close to the Siddhartha one.
Honestly,
That's
that
weird.
reminds me a lot of the design they used for in a casual way. It's like if they put Saver in FGO and then they
Look
gave
like
him like a
that, yeah.
casual CE, he would probably look like that.
Yeah, like it's just sort of like a no. This is just like a dude.
This Buddha looks like he's busy. He's just as busy living as he is godding. You know?
I mean,
yeah.
that would make sense for the Buddha.
Oh my god, game.
Have any of you guys seen Princess Jellyfish? It looks like the main character from Princess Jellyfish.
Dallas got
Dallas,
really
you're
distorted.
right.
Dallas got
I
really
have
distorted.
seen
all of a
Princess
sudden.
Jellyfish, and I can see that.
I think the best part about it though is like
I think your bike's fucking up.
like there's a moment where like it's not a fight, but there's a second where another god is like, oh, you're a traitor, like you have to be a traitor, you deserve death. Goes to punch him or like slice him up. He shoots, he fires bullets at him. Buddha just like it's slow motion, like moves like 20 feet away and just dodges all 7 bullets. Just like you gotta be faster than that, bro. He's like,
You can't shoot the Buddha. The world is in the palm of his hand.
Yeah,
And there's monkey pee on that
Why
one
does finger
finger.
smell like piss?
He's very much like just like bruh,
Looking
stop.
at it.
Chill out. It's like fuck it, fuck off.
The Five
Oh my
Elements
God.
Mountain, which is also Buddha's hand, I guess.
Is it wrong of me to say that that Buddha is kind of hot?
No?
Look, every character in Shimatsu is hot.
Oh, it's that bad.
Well, hold on.
Also,
It's
Dallas,
not a
you are
turntable
super
to
distorted
turn.
right now.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I am.
Yeah. You sound like a cassette tape where the battery is dying in my Walkman.
You also sound like
guys,
as if you're
ready to go
coming
around
from
with orange colors?
Shit. You sound a little bit better, but you're quieter now.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Dallas. We have a. There we go.
And now that we're done with that, let's change sides.
Change sides.
change places.
That was a thing.
Inside.
Yeah.
Never mind, we're going back.
Shit. Yes,
You're
you
better,
sound fine,
but-
Dallas.
But yeah, so Kojiro, for example, is an old ass dude, but still manages to look like a hunk. It's great.
Must be great for
Yeah,
you.
that's the anime thing of like, I always like when they have like 90% of the cast being like really hot, and then there's just one dude who they're like, nah, this guy's fucking ugly.
Well, that would be Zeus because he is an old bag of bones who also can just contort his body to get big.
Absolute fucking unit. I remember that scene.
Yeah, but another weird thing is so I don't actually I know a lot about I know a lot about Greek mythology. I've never heard of this before. Shimatsu has this thing about there was a 13th god of the Greek pantheon, Adonis.
I mean, I'd have to double check if Adonis was ever.
He was a chosen of Aphrodite.
I don't know if Adonis was ever deified. There's a lot of characters who have similar names. If they were gonna do like an extra 13th Olympian, that should totally be talking about like how Demeter got replaced by Bacchus.
Is it like the
Well,
13th
it would matter if Poseidon just didn't stab him in the face and kill him.
Lost was trying to say that.
Nothing important. I was just making a joke about like Organization 13 in Kingdom Hearts. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I thought
And
you were-
now
I thought you
got
were saying, like,
challenged.
I thought
Yeah, I
you were
wasn't.
saying,
It's
like,
kind of bugged me in,
I thought you were gonna say something about Zagreus or something.
No, Zagreus doesn't count.
Because
Okay.
He's fragmentary.
Adonis is also Zeus's older brother because they're like fuck all the lore.
Yeah, like they
Like,
said. Oh no, Adonis is actually the oldest. Adonis is the oldest boy.
Which doesn't
But
make
That
sense.
is
I don't get
literally
How the fuck does that
wrong.
work?
Why didn't they just replace him with Pan? That would have made perfect sense.
Well, no. So like the reason is because they're like it's a setup of like of why Poseidon has a giant dick, basically.
The
Like-
reason
like-
is because
like-
he's dead. It doesn't matter because he's
Yeah.
dead, actually.
But like,
Yeah,
it
like,
just
there-
would have made more sense to be Pan because he is the oldest god,
Well,
and he would immediately replace.
Okay,
They're-
okay. Okay. I will say this: Adonis was the god of beauty and desire. He was worshipped in Phoenicia and then adopted by the Greeks.
Oh.
And they came up with he was a dude who Aphrodite made a god man later.
Gotcha.
But this is similar to how Aphrodite is just serial numbers filed off shit. Serial numbers filed off Ishtar. Literally
Yeah.
true, by the way. BT dubs.
Yes.
But yeah, so like and they even it's every god we've seen a lot of the Greek gods. I'll be honest, they front loaded the Greek gods hard on us.
Biggest ones, yeah.
Well, so the first fight is Thor versus Lu Bu. It's like, okay, all right, Thor versus Lu Bu. We have the man with the hammer and the man with the spear.
Sky Piercer.
The Sky Piercer is great. Like that, when it's just fucking like, man, it's so silly and dumb, but the fight is just pure hype. And also, I think the best part of the manga is that Heimdall is the hype man, the Watcher of Ragnarok. the tournament is called Ragnarok. So like Heimdall is the Watcher of Ragnarok, and he's been like, I have been waiting forever for this to happen.
I've been waiting to do outcasting my entire existence.
It's time for me to just emit pure, unadulterated hype, even for both sides. Like he's not doesn't even play favorites. He's just like, okay, no,
It's
like
happening. It's
here's
happening
Thor.
finally.
Here's Thor. Let me list off all the things he's done. He's the baddest ass boy. But now it's time for Lu Bu, and Lu Bu's entire army joins in Heimdall's announcement. It's awesome.
I see red hair's there too.
Which is ironic because his army hated him.
Oh, no. and Shimatsu, Lu Bu's army fucking loves him. The Simp Gong thing comes from Shimatsu where Ching-Gong and everyone are like, yes, he is the best. Lu Bu is the man.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
among
true. They thought people thought Lu Bu was a demigod,
Yeah.
which is
Like
why
that-
they thought Bong Yu was a demigod because he fucking owned him. God, I want Guan Yu to be a servant so badly.
It's
But yeah,
sad that
I-
like they
I-
couldn't
it
put
would
it
be
in.
pretty-
Actually,
it would
that
be
was a question.
pretty
That
good.
was how far are you in Lost Spell 3?
I haven't started it yet.
Okay, never mind then.
I'm in the middle of finals.
He's in the middle of finals.
think the best
Hey,
part
Vesper,
of-
I think we've got another one of them weird archetypes coming out. I don't even know what this is fucking
What is it?
from. Oh, it's from the new set they revealed. Okay. Amazement.
What is the?
I don't know why they picked Gura, because it's less of a VTuber than Evil
Why is
Twins,
it
but it's
upside down
definitely like a weird. It's because their first guy's name is upside down A Licino. Amazement Administrator, whatever the fuck you say that as.
Is it a weird like cyber amusement park or something?
No,
Oh no, they're all psychic.
gay clowns.
The fucking preview picture is destroying me. Just upside down.
It's because it's an upside down A.
I'm gonna be honest, Poco would have been a better choice.
No, I know.
I mean,
exactly
yes,
what
but
you're
like I
talking
said,
about.
upside down A. I think it's literally because they don't know how to pronounce that guy's name.
I figured it out. It's up. This archetype is just rejected Sailor Moon villain
No,
designs.
obviously
It's what the B.
Oh, and they've got
It's
Amaze
it's what the B.
Attraction
That's
Horror
why.
House.
Well, it's guys, it's Gav Schwa. That's what it is. It's
Ah,
an upside down
Amaze
Easter.
Schwa. Got it.
Also because they're all like it's all gonna be like it's all alphabetized because each one's by like a different letter name. It's like the third
Yeah,
one.
it's A B C.
Well, and
Yeah.
then the so
ones
they
for A,
all
B,
of
and
the
C.
traps and like there's a lot of traps that have abbreviations. A under
Oh,
A
we're not
Schwa
playing any-
CC.
We're not even playing anymore.
Wait,
I
is
tried to
that
play, but I keep getting
fucking?
blacked
Is that the dude from Hunter x Hunter in the last trap card?
Possibly.
I'm looking.
Which
like-
dude?
But they've
That's
got
when-
the Amaze
the
Attraction,
gay
the
clown
Cyclone
guy.
Coaster,
Hey,
the
look,
Wonder
fucking-
Wheel, the Mystic Menage,
No.
the Rapid Racing.
literally
There's a
the-
lot of
the first
alliteration
guy.
here.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think it's
it's-
his.
That's right, I can skip.
He looks like him though.
It does.
Not really.
I will try this archetype. I just need to actually read what it does.
I'll figure it out later.
But-
I can't learn how to play
This
Yu-Gi-Oh
is-
right now, and it won't be in
But
it won't
guys,
be
we're
We
playing
in.
should
different
play
cards.
cards. We should play Uno, play something else.
This archetype is make trap cards.
So what I'm
great.
hearing is Axe wants out of Uno because he wants to play something else.
Hey, I've been on deck for like a week.
But yeah, no, I
I'm
forget
also not.
what else. I know we were talking about Shimatsu, but right, I remember.
Oh hey, I got a million
Uh,
QP.
I think one of the best because like they do a lot of retconning in history for characters to make them really, really cool. Like it's just like no, it didn't happen like this. It happened like this.
I'm sorry. I'm just reading. I'm on Twitter because y'all don't stop talking. And over List of Cards and Protections just posted this, and it took me a second. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I did I actually get to say that in webvids or did I not? I think I might have posted it in webvids.
It's their website, yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's hilarious. I had also
Oh,
retweeted that.
I realized what it was.
Yeah.
I guess X.
Now I just have that thing from now I just have that quote from the Game Room stuck in my head.
I mean, that's it. Though.
Okay,
It's that.
That's what it is.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Then I fired.
Okay.
Then I fired again. Then I missed. I fired.
But-
I didn't hit. Then I reloaded.
I fired and I missed both times.
Long story short, I mean,
And then
bad.
it's like, there's another one like, I fired, but I didn't hit what I was aiming at, so I guess I missed.
I fired and I missed.
I'm done.
Then I reloaded.
then I got a popsicle. I missed.
I can't describe that accent as anything other than gay country Mike.
I got
Tyson.
from. I went for another pop. I fell asleep. I dreamed that I was firing, and I missed. And then I woke up,
Fine.
and then I reloaded, and then I got another popsicle. I missed. Got a cabbage.
keep
Threw it on the
wanting-
floor, but I
What
missed.
the fuck are you what is he talking about?
Do you, Axe, how do you not know that Game Grumps animated / that thing? Holy shit, fuck. Okay, I got fucked there.
I
That I
don't.
constantly
Alright.
reference.
You
I
can
love
me.
it so much.
Hang on.
Yeah, Lucky should do it, because if I start playing it, it'll play on stream, and that.
Hang on.
something
Okay.
about it.
Okay, but just because I
Did
keep
Lutz
trying to
step
say
away again?
this,
Okay,
last thing I'll say about Shimatsu. Because
No, wait.
Is it gonna be the last thing you say about Shimatsu?
Huh? I mean tonight, at least on stream.
I mean,
Sorry.
how about for the rest of the
I was looking
Okay.
for the Game Grumps animated, and I was like, oh wait.
Yeah,
it's
Lucky's
my
got it.
turn.
You're playing a game.
Yeah, no. Lucky is your internet access right now.
Okay.
Thank you, Lucky.
Because I cannot look away because we are playing a
press
fierce
play.
game right now.
But
Nothing
but yeah,
little.
like there's like they do a lot of hard retconning and stuff. But like one thing they do with Lu Bu is they talk about how, oh yeah,
It's not
like when Luba was taken to the gallows, he was begging. I think it was Sao Sao. It was Sao Sao.
Yeah, it was Sao.
No, it was
Guys,
Sousa and Liu Bei. He literally-
Anyway, shut the fuck up, back.
They created an alliance just to stop Lubu.
Well, yeah, but yeah, like whoever imprisoned Lubu was taking him to the gallows to be hanged or killed or whatever, because also been taken to the gallows.
I think that was Sousa. Yeah, I think you're right.
I feel like it was Sao Sao, but they're like in recorded history, he's begging to be let to fight. He don't want to die. In Jumatsu, they're like, no, he was just bored. Like he was not crying because he wanted to live. He was crying because he was bored, because he realized that he was so strong that nothing could beat him. So he was just bored as fuck.
Which doesn't make any sense because he literally just got his ass kicked in.
Yeah, he just lost.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like the idea is that he just gave up fighting once he realized he was so strong. So he lost on purpose.
Well, it's the funniest thing. It's like, because he really was. He's like, man had the biggest dick. And then a man came along who had a bigger dick, and his name was Guan Yu, and he cut a mountain down.
Yeah, they made him a god for it. It's pretty
No,
wild.
he's only a demigod.
I mean, he is actually worshipped though as a deity in.
Yes, he's worshipped as a deity,
Like,
but he's
yeah,
technically a demigod.
Like he is quote unquote deified.
So half gods, as what they're called in Chinese, are basically not
That's a
actual
demigod.
demigods.
We literally described a demigod. Just called it demigod.
Well, no, because the thing is, it's different in Chinese because it's literally
not, though.
people that are human then become gods, not people that are man and god. Boink.
That's called an ascended god. That's called
Best
an
Bear
ascended.
is
Call them
picking up
demigods
some
in
shit.
Chinese.
Vesper's
I don't make
talking mad
the
shit.
rules.
I don't even know what I'm listening to anymore.
Fair enough.
I mean, honestly, this is why I've been on Twitter for like the past 20 fucking minutes.
Lucky, this is, and I know you're gonna say
This
that
is what
I'm part of
D&D
it too, but also this is how my D&D games always end. After we
This is why
stop
it's
playing
early. It's why
D&D,
it's early.
everybody hangs around for like an hour like this.
What do you mean an hour? It's usually like 4.
It's usually 3 to 4,
I usually have to stop sometime after an hour or two though to go eat dinner.
and then come back and then keep going.
See, now I'm jealous. You don't hang out with us for an hour after that Star Wars game. How dare?
I would like to do that. That'd be fun, just to hang out. be
Well,
friends.
it's also on my weekend with a week to prep for sometimes. I mean, we can hang out, I guess, but I always feel like, usually when we finish the session, it's usually like, we've been going for like, because we're pretty on the ball. Like, I'll say D&D is a little more scattershot because it's not
I
organized.
was
We
about to say,
usually
you
like,
guys are productive in Star Wars.
we usually like stay on the point and like, if it's like a 4-hour session, it's a 4-hour session. And also, I would argue it's probably more intense for me because I'm not running the D&D game, whereas I am running Star Wars. But I usually feel like when we wrap Star Wars, it's like, okay, everybody, like somebody, like usually you needs to go eat or something, and then we're like, okay, I guess we're just gonna break up now, and then we go off on our business.
Yeah, and in the case of our D&D game, we have a hard time limit now. So it's like we can't go for 5 hours. Like we have like we play from this point to this point, then we're done. But also like we're still free after the time the game finishes, so we'll just chill out because there's nothing else to do.
I feel
See,
like
now
definitely.
I'm just gonna force Mega to hang out and talk Wild Talons with me next session.
I'd like to be there. Yeah.
You don't
That's the other thing is we
You
also
don't
don't
have to
look
do
like
that
some-
at any point. You can
We
just yell
Next,
out Wild
what's up
Talons.
Talons.
the luckiest title, make it to a chair.
Yeah, like I don't think Robin was heard, but basically like, we just vamp. Like it's like what's happening when we play Uno. Like there is no conversation. Like there is zero conversation leading topic. We started a point and then just go and meander
have, like,
along. forever.
There is no moderation.
And then it's like, okay, we're into something else now.
It's
It's like-
because a
and
combination
it's
of
like,
me
guys,
and
should we at
me,
least get to the
Despair,
game
and
now?
Megan together is
you
not.
okay, but you'll say that like 5 minutes into a discussion when no one when everyone is here. Like that's the thing you do, X.
It's true, Axe. Your impatience
even hear
bleeds through where you're like, we're here to play the game. We're not friends. We won't hang out.
One aspect I can say about
The thing is, like, we're gonna talk after the game anyway.
I don't think a single one of you understood that I had class until 3:45. So you would all at me and
we
like,
did.
"Are you ready?" It's like, "No, I'm still in class till 3:45."
I mean, people do. Vesper also does like to fire the call early and shenanigans everybody.
Well, I
But
do
most
that.
X
if
and
I
Rob.
do that because I'm like, okay, I know we're gonna vamp for like half an hour before the game starts. I'm just gonna start the call early.
Well, that probably means you're just gonna vamp for like an hour instead of a half hour.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Well, there's a
You're
fair.
lucky you're 100% right.
That is also true, but there is a fair amount of just like the conversation usually starts with like, "You animal, I am not at my computer right now. I'm like going to the bathroom, or Robin's getting coffee or something, or like eating a scone or whatever." And it's just like, "What are you doing?" Dallas literally isn't out of class yet. Why are you calling us?
I also just randomly yell
They
English
never
in the
stop.
chat.
They
It's
never
like,
stop.
Like,
like, it's
Also,
no
the
one
worst
connects
part
it.
is
Something
Despair will
simple.
start the call and be muted.
Yes, Vesper will start the call and not even be in the
Yeah,
call,
they're a
and be
computer when
like,
they do it.
"Oh, I'm eating. I'm eating right now. I'm getting a drink."
Oh, I can't talk right now. Why
That,
start the
that-
call?
Fuck
that
you.
reminds me of
The yellow card right there.
We definitely we have our own. This is why like with Star Wars, it's usually very orderly. Like I don't roll up into the chat until I'm like, "Is everybody ready?" And like I know everybody's at least said they're ready, and then usually these days there's like an extra like 5 seconds of waiting where it's like, "Oh, well, Axe said he's ready, but he's not actually here, and he's not actually joining us. So hold on a second."
And
Well,
usually
that-
I put when you guys
Common
start.
Rider.
Honestly, though, it's the Lucky. It's basically the Fate crew. Like the reason why my Fate game took 6 sessions was because I was with mostly these guys and a couple of others.
This is gonna be an easy game. We can finish it in 2
Plus,
seconds.
we just talked about fate, you know.
Weird.
And then there was
As
so
a
much
side track-
talking about Fate, which I can't even be mad about. That was the point, but it's like, oh man, we are just
Thank you for giving me the
just
game.
in the weeds. Oh shit. Well, I had like 50 blue
I
cards.
think the
Axe.
best part about it now is that we have a player who knows Fate. Like I know that he's played FGO before, but he stopped. He went cold turkey. He's like, no, okay, no, I can't do this. So it's just him sitting here while we're all just dig deep in Fate discussions, just like, what is happening?
We're mostly just talking
Well,
about.
and it makes sense though
too.
because everybody else in the D&D group is from our
on the
server.
server.
Well, yeah, and like I don't think he minds it.
It's a
where
nice
just
freshness
kinda
of air,
what is
honestly.
happening right now.
I believe Lucky tried to say a thing earlier.
Yes, I did. But I forgot what it was, so keep going.
I don't know. I didn't hear him, but also just then when he
I'm
said
not
I
even
did,
trying to get
he like half cut out for me too.
What's the problem? Boss?
I've also been trying to get a word in edgewise, but like.
Oh, I remember
just,
what I was gonna say.
Well, he
loud
remembered.
enough.
Then go Lucky.
What's
Go.
the-
No, I'm gonna let this. I'm like, wait. Even though I, like the FAF, a ridiculous amount of guns, apparently you guys are way worse.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
As a team,
Okay,
yes,
no.
I would argue so.
It's because Lucky, you're the person who can talk loud and make everyone shut up. Well, most of us can't.
Yeah,
That's just
get
you,
me,
Axe.
Despair and
Yeah,
Dallas
that's
together
just
and
you,
that.
Axe.
Well, I can't. I try, but no one gives a fuck what I say.
I don't get Axe. I resent that. I don't give a fuck when. Fuck my mic. Oh my
On
God.
audio, and also Axe had to draw 15 cards. Oh, that was a
Yeah,
moment
no
for
one
the
gives a
history
fuck.
book streamers.
Bro, I was gonna say,
Um,
I resent that
die.
because I don't give a fuck when anyone tells me to shut
No,
up.
it's the thing though, Axe, is that usually, like we said, it's you want to. And I've talked
Get
about
to the
this with
point,
like
I
the Star
guess.
Wars thing as well, where it's like you want to. If a conversation is going on that you can't or don't want to contribute to, you're like, okay, the conversation must end. We must play D&D now.
Yeah, like you'll just want to stop it because you had
Part
nothing
of
you had nothing to say.
Yeah,
Part of it's
and
also
like,
because I know you guys enough to where you guys will talk about this and then do it.
it's like,
say
I don't
I
give a
mean,
fuck
that's
about it.
true,
Before.
but also I feel like at least a couple of us have the wherewithal, like Vesper because they're the DM and me because I DM other games, to be like, okay, but actually, what time is it? Should we be playing D&D now? I definitely
because
feel
it's
like
like-
I do that a couple of times every session where I'm like, so about D&D though, and then nobody's ready to stop, so we don't stop.
Yeah,
Like, I
have
don't try
heard-
and
remember
force
you,
it.
Omega saying that you have to wrangle cats.
Yeah, it's.
I
the-
try, but like everyone thinks I'm
Literally,
just doing it to be a dick
literally has
sometimes.
to wrangle it. That part literally has to wrangle.
No, the worst offenders are the.
That was
Damn it.
I hate my mic.
again.
Dallas hates. Dallas just
My
hates.
mic is
The
just,
blank.
The worst
Say
of
it
my
again.
mic
What
is
were you saying?
literally sentient at this point, and it's just fucking.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, so you were saying
Tax denial.
What was I saying?
He's the worst
you hate
offender.
He just
Oh.
Literal.
Dallas
No, I
just
said
did
I
the
hate
full-blown
my
Shakes
mic.
fist. And,
Before
and
that.
got the what was I mad about.
Oh no, I said the worst offenders are the literal cats in our group.
Well, yeah, so when I talk about herding cats, a part of that is literal because Robin is playing a scatterbrained, chaotic good
ADD
catfolk
catfolk.
sourced sneakomancer. And I am the team mom as the lawful good paladin, so I have literally wrangled that cat before. Like, not quite full-blown Secret Service tackle, but I have said in RP, I'm like, and I just cover Karina's mouth, and we just stop her from speaking for a little bit.
And most of them Robin's
it's like when I have to punch Law.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I literally
Like,
play
when
a
Boots says
character
something smartass,
that-
and Armand just has to be like, boop.
So I literally play a character that doesn't talk much because these guys talk enough if I don't have to say anything and no one notices.
Well, I mean, you're also, that works for your character, though. You're a College of Whispers bard. You are arguably the most subtle of us. Because...
I mostly did that because you guys talk too much. So
I'm
I
a
was like,
barbarian priest. I don't
monopolize
have
on this.
anything.
I don't know if we
Hold
talk
on,
too
it
much.
will
We talk
say it's
correctly.
Don't blame your character choices on other people.
No, I did it because I know the people I was in the group with.
Well, that's still your choice, my dude.
That's
Okay.
still your choice.
And I would also say, like, I completely was it Alias? That was the name of your fate character? It's been so long since I looked at your name. It was
Yes.
weird.
Yeah.
Alias,
Like,
so
that
it's
was a character with more
AEL.
forceful personality, and yes, sometimes you had trouble winning out over the other PCs with forceful personalities. But
Yeah,
also,
it's like, try.
like, you still took a decent amount of spotlight for yourself in that, and would definitely
I
power
think
through other moments.
I think a lot of it was me fucking up in that regard, but yes.
I mean, it still worked for the character you were doing. Though I will
And,
say,
like,
in that
I
case,
pretty well for the last 2 sessions at least.
I will say, like, we'll see if Robin agrees with me, but Devrim, his character in our Fate game, was definitely like the laid-back, strong, silent type guy. Like, he had thoughts and feelings and opinions, but he was not necessarily very chatty with them.
And then I played the character whose mantra was, but what if I punch it?
Which, I gotta be
Well, I
honest,
mean-
I'm glad for, because I feel like at some points we never would have gotten anything done. Why did I pick that color? That's the same color.
I mean,
It's 'cause
I
I'm
think most of
fucking
it's try, but
speaking with my
I feel like I fucked up and just not understanding the system for like
I
half
played
the
a
game.
pyrosexual
Like,
priest.
Like
I played a pyramid.
I made a character in the server who just, but the mantra was, but what if we just hit it? Let's just hit it, guys. Let's
Yes,
do
you
it.
I mean,
picked
it usually works in
Berserker, and
Fate.
you specifically picked a punchy Berserker so you could just be like, what if I hit it? And that worked so well because I could always count on you to be like, well, Stella's just gonna punch him.
I'm gonna be honest. I overwrote my character to all hell.
You wrote
we
it
all
on
know
your
that,
character.
Dallas. There's nothing. We all knew that. We
Well,
all
no,
knew
no,
that.
no. That character, no. My main.
You wrote a long-term character. You wrote a long-term campaign
Oh
character.
shit. I guess red.
Look, I'm used to DMing. I'm not used to being.
That is
I
valid.
have a
No, I
tendency
understand.
of writing a lot.
I mean, there's multiple schools of thought with DMing. You either have to be minimalist or you have to be incredibly detailed.
So I'm the not incredibly. I don't want to say I'm detailed, but I'm the like. If they do this, then this happens, and like
the feverish
it'll be
note
like
taking
one
time,
or
yeah.
2 lines, but it'll be like
I have definitely written some games that way, where it's like, here's my
all
entire
of my
plot
D&D
outline.
games are scatterplots, basically.
I think so. You treat it like
Uh,
you're coding.
Since I've already said this to Robin, I think, was it last night? Or was it 2 nights? It was recent. I have like half a page of notes for a session usually.
Yeah, you're freewheeling, or possibly, as some might say in the biz, freeballing.
You have
Yeah.
reference books for most of the things
I
you're
feel
doing.
like the 2 voices I've heard the most out of this entire stream has been Vesper and Dallas.
Well, they are
That's
very
very
loud.
true.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I would say Omega as well. But
Omega too.
No,
Omega is not exactly like loud. He just talks a lot.
Yeah,
You guys
and
will
also-
when you want to actually summon. You'll get real loud and up in your mics a lot.
Which is probably why Dallas's mic clips a little bit. Also, I was gonna say, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there, Lucky, but I was gonna say also, like, if they, I know I'm bad at this, but it's like an external facing flaw. That's right, I made it sound super humble. I humble bragged about my flaws, like a cool guy. Self-awareness, kids,
you're
it's important. But what I was gonna say was that, like, if people get me going, yes, I definitely talk too much. With
And
prodding.
here's the thing: I can talk over Omega if I want to. I just don't.
Yeah, and I did that. Like, he started talking for you. I was like, oh, shush. That was gonna say is when I want other people to talk, or when I know other people are trying to talk, I will definitely. That's my GMing experience. Being like, okay, wait, what was that, Loth? What are you doing over there?
That is me.
sometimes I'll let
Right.
other people speak, but if I haven't been able to get a word in edgewise for a good while, I'll just fucking power on through.
You do get
No, you
feisty.
won't. You'll quit
Up too much.
and might mute yourself.
Well,
And
sometimes
honestly,
he quits. Sometimes he will
Sometimes
be
I
just like,
quit.
fuck you.
It depends on if I'm in a really dour mood.
And there's me where it's like I try to say something, but like, a lot of times unless people actually are willing to let me talk, I won't get a word in.
Stop it, Axe.
I mean, that's a very self-serving version of that, Axe, because I would say a lot of the time you just talk without bothering whether people will interrupt you or not. And I get why you do that. You don't need to defend yourself. We've had this conversation before, possibly on air, like right now. Welcome to group therapy. 16 people who are watching, 19 likes. We've made $10 this stream. Thank you so much, Carlos, for that super chat.
Did we finally get the Three Houses couch therapy DLC?
I need that.
Sadly not.
I really want that.
I wish it
currently
existed.
cry.
I appreciate the game, but I still miss it. But no,
That game
like,
is quick vacation.
you have a self-serving way of
Anyway.
looking at that Axe, which I'll admit people do. It's normal, but you will definitely are the guy who's just like, I'm not in this conversation. I will just try and move to a different conversation, and sometimes that's a good thing. And other times it's like, but there's a flow right now, Axe. Hey, Loth, you need some cards that aren't green.
And it's something you have to learn, because I
Wait,
used
were
to
all my
be...
cards green?
and
I'm not-
now-
They were all green before. Now they
really
are
bad
not.
at it because
Shit. Karma.
again, it's like I'm not the best at just being told I did something wrong. I'm usually better
Take
at
that
being
into
told
your
what
back
I should do
face.
instead. But most people don't.
Nah,
wanna
he web shot
care
my side
enough.
face. Also,
Well,
I will
here's
say,
the
so
thing,
the Uno thing right now is, sorry, not to cut off Lucky and Axe's conversation, but it's relevant to what's happening right now. We are playing a game of Uno, where sometimes shit is happening, and you just got to acknowledge the game.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't gone to the game for like a good 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Well, the
so
thing is-
Yeah, wait, yeah. When was the last win on this game?
I don't
10
know
minutes ago?
anymore. I keep looking away.
This one game has been going like half the length of the stream.
No, no,
Wasn't
it
it Omega like 20 minutes ago?
I don't remember.
I won like 2 matches in a row, but I think that was the last set of matches. Was there a win in between then and now? I don't fucking know anymore.
Oh, also, this bear, can I just say, fuck you? 'Cause- no.
What?
So, I've been meaning to tell you this for a while. You sent me down a rabbit hole a couple of weeks ago, where I just
Bear does
started
that.
watching nothing but sports videos, and it has destroyed my YouTube algorithm.
You too?
Yes!
Avoid those because
I
that's
got
what it does
I
to
got
you.
blasted by the holy roller thing, and I fell down a deep dark hole that I have
Oh,
not
you
come out of.
the exact same thing happened to me. Like, I don't regret it, but also you've destroyed my YouTube, because now I just get
I am no
recommended,
longer.
like, NFL
Vesper,
highlights.
you threw me out of the VTube hole into the sports hole.
Same thing
Actually,
though.
I want to be in. I want more VTuber clips because I haven't watched any solid clips in a long time, but I just don't have them anymore.
Look,
Shit, my wireless
at-
battery.
You just sub to like some of the
at this point,
Clippers.
my algorithm does not know what I am. My algorithm cannot comprehend the being I am. So I'll see everything. Oh, is
Did I share with you guys that I got recommended a furry channel?
I don't think
I
you
mean,
shared
you
it, but I
told
feel like
us-
I heard you
You
say
told
that.
us
you
earlier
okay?
that Steam recommended to you friendship benefits.
Stop the conversation. Is Lucky okay?
Yes.
Yeah, he came back after
I
that.
asked him that earlier.
Scream like a little girl. Sorry.
Did it sound like a little girl? My bad.
No,
It's really bad
it
happen.
was
It was just a yelp.
There was definitely an.
Dude getting scared.
Whoa! Hey, I picked a card. How dare you, Uno? I didn't have any good cards to play there, though.
But yeah,
No.
What I realized
I'm
is
losing
that
it.
the old. Oh, go ahead, Lucky.
Oh gosh.
No. I'm working on a new rabbit. So,
Ooh.
I accidentally went to stretch and I flung my tablet pin.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I know that feels. I know that feeling.
So it was just a moment of all of a sudden my tablet pin is gone. I was like,
No, I know that feel exactly. When you
No, what do you
accidentally just yeet something away with you, and the only response is.
Maybe
It's like with the Wiimote, just get a wrist strap.
There was a
eated
kid
a couple.
okay, we have to let that happen.
Wrong one.
Sure he's okay.
Not from anger. I've never yeeted a controller from anger, but from absent-mindedness.
I,
A couple.
Here. Like
I've definitely let a couple
angrily,
controllers
but no.
slip. Okay, all right.
Oh no, that's not true. I broke a
Well, now
controller
Lockwood-
once.
No, he doesn't.
And it was when I was a kid, and it's a... I don't know how I broke it, because the controller I broke was an N64 controller, and those things are beefy.
Yeah, those
Did you
things are
torque it?
just solid blocks.
I broke it over my knee.
oh yeah, no idea.
All right, that's leverage. Okay, never mind. That makes sense.
I used
Like,
to,
there have been
I
a
used
couple
to
of
be, like,
times, not
really
with this baby, by
athletic
the way,
and
not
shit
with the
when I was a
beautiful.
little kid,
DualSense 5 controller from PlayStation 5 that I'm holding in my hands right now. Because, by the way, you guys are getting this stream. I didn't make a big deal of it. You're getting this stream live from my PlayStation 5 right now.
Oh, you have a
can
thing
see
that...
pixels
How
of
many
the
scalpers
Uno
did you have to kill for it?
None, actually. I ordered it on Amazon and they delivered it. Like a civilized people.
Lucky's
thought you-
eternal
I thought
fucking shame is that he was literally asleep.
You literally took the nap through the 1 hour it was on. It is so sad.
Omega, I was hoping you'd make up a story of how you had to go murder some scalpers.
No, I just do that for fun
Omega-
at night.
Omega did a blood
Fair
ritual.
enough. I mean, the,
I am
kind
Scalp
of
Man.
scalper.
the scalper theory.
So, because scalpers to me means two different things. Because I have perhaps been a scalper in the past.
I mean,
Okay, as in actual,
console
like, real life scalping, not digital scalping.
Okay.
but also console scalpers are scumlords. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Also, the general concept of scalping is not like I've definitely done something similar too with card games, but in sense of card games,
Yeah.
it was a card that no one understood the value of, which is very different than a console that has a rigid value and people are going to buy.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, usually scalping, like, to me, was kind of like, say, oh, they're scalping again. Oh, heck. Well, nothing you can do about it. But this fucking worldwide epidemic of, like, we're gonna literally buy up every single fucking console.
We're gonna find a truck full of PS5s. We're gonna buy all of them for cost because the retailers can't sell them above cost, and we're gonna.
It's just like how big the operation. Oh, look, I'm sorry.
He keeps playing cards I can play.
But it's just how fucking huge it is, especially
Guess
like
what? I don't have
in
one of
the
those.
like especially because it's in the holiday season.
Yeah.
And it's a highly anticipated release that everybody knew was going to be a thing, and just guys, my hand is doing that thing where it's so big the colors have to stack.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how much Demon Souls is? Just the
Cut out
game
there again.
Demon Souls. It's going for $120.
Well, fuck that.
Nuts! I'd never pay that much. It's already 70 MSRP.
And
I have
you
a
know what?
PCP
You know what I have? You know what I have? in the
Loth,
corner
I
of
have
my
21 cards. Don't you fucking at me.
You're 17.
room?
Well, you
wanna
played
know
a
what I
card I
have in the
could play.
You want to know what I have in the corner of my room?
What?
It's perfectly fine. Demon Souls for the PS3, and it's $5.
Also, I mean, Dallas, that's not an
Not the remake.
apples to apples comparison though. Have you seen the remake of Demon Souls by Blue Point Studios?
Did they change anything?
They
in it?
changed
Or
everything.
graphics?
Well, I mean, graphically, yes. It's like a
That
beautiful,
added a few things,
streamlined
too.
game. Like,
But
it's
they
also they
changed the
probably
game
I do believe they
It
did
has.
bug fixes.
They
and stuff.
added some extra bits that made it actually nicer. All the drop rates are better.
I
But-
do
so they
believe
did
they
it
did balance
easier?
changes. Like the game design's not fundamentally different, but I do believe they actually like proper remastered it. Not like a
They've
Nintendo
added,
not like a Nintendo remaster. Yeah, I'll throw some shade. Where they just made Mario 64 HD and fuck you for
Those
wanting
aren't
anything
even
different.
remasters. Those aren't even remasters.
You
Those
know,
are
Remasters are just taking a port.
They are an
it's on the
upscale.
phone. It's an
Well, you know,
we're emulating it. now.
the remaster Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, which didn't.
That's
do
a
much.
fucker. 'Cause I'm not buying. I'm not buying that.
I'm a person that does not give a crap about graphics. So if it's not gameplay changes, then I don't really care that much.
It has improved things. There's entire fractured mode which mirrors everything and has new drops. You can get a new
But-
set.
That said, Dallas, I don't know. Like, I usually don't give a fuck about graphics, but even me, I'm like, man, I didn't
Holy shit.
necessarily enjoy playing Demon Souls that much, but like, this looks really good.
But Dallas, there is one true deal breaker about the remaster.
Mhm.
It took away the cat. from the cat ring.
Oh, fuck that.
I do know as well as that they
Hours.
got rid of one of the bugs you could do with one of the boss fog doors, where you can just shoot him through the wall.
Oh yeah.
I
There were some.
was a dumb joke, but thanks for not going along with it.
Oh, that was a joke. I didn't actually think that was a joke.
Nobody
fair, what do you expect?
nobody understands your jokes, Vesper. You are just
Look, I haven't played Demon
pathetic.
Souls since it came out.
sardonicism.
The only thing I remember from Demon Souls from when I tried to play it when I was younger is I managed to beat that tutorial boss you meant to lose to and went, yay! And then immediately got killed in the cutscene. It was like, oh no!
The only things I remember.
Well, if
about
you
Demon
beat the
Souls
Vanguard
are-
now, you get a reward.
The,
Yes, you
the
should.
Demon Souls is the anti-Dark Souls game of Dark Souls, where the bosses aren't really that hard, but the levels are fucking brutal.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I do know one facet about the game where there, at least in the original, there was a dude who could just basically destroy your save file.
What was that noise?
It's
like
laughing.
It's like
Yeah,
someone squeezed him and your air just came out.
there's a character called,
Dallas' son Goku confirmed.
There's a character called Ishin, I think his name is.
I don't remember.
Or it's Ishin the Killer. It's something. It's a joke on Ichi the Killer.
Is he the Red Phantom that appears in 4-1?
No, he's a guy you unlock from a cave.
All right, guys. Remember that
the
I
guy who
hold
becomes
your
the guy who
life in my
becomes the collector of
hands.
Law Track, right?
No,
the guy
and-
you kill immediately.
Hold
No,
on, sorry,
what he
what was
does
that?
What he does.
I was just
is
reminding you that I hold your lives in my hands
to explain.
as
before I get cut off.
I got skipped for the 50th time. Sorry.
Sorry. To explain, basically, if you let him out of the cage, every time you go in and out of a portal, kill an NPC in the game,
Yeah.
and in varying levels of importance. First, he kills like the firekeep knight, who is unimportant and doesn't add anything to the game at all. And then he'll kill like the magic salesman. Like he'll kill important NPCs that will. It won't break your save file because you can still beat the game without it. Make it because he can't kill the firekeeper, or not the firekeeper. What's her name?
The lady in black.
Men in Black, right? Basically the firekeeper. They're the same.
No, we know.
He won't break your save, but he'll ruin your save because I have no vendors anymore, so I'm stuck with looting shit.
There's also the thing where it's like you're supposed to kill him immediately, and then an actual like contract killer lady Mephistopheles shows up, and then she pays you to kill those important NPCs.
No, so the fun thing is you don't want to kill him immediately because you actually get better armor from him if you let him kill the Forlorn Knight.
By the way,
The
what
Forlorn Knight doesn't matter. So you want to have him kill the Forlorn Knight and then kill him.
I think they change it in the remake, where like he kills different people first.
Discord, you picked a fine time to update.
I have to go find the video for you to see.
I thought we lost you due to the Demon Souls talk.
No,
I
I was
think
actually
he
gonna
got caught in
ask,
the
is like with this whole fucking issue in the killer, can you like stop him or is he just fucking? Or is he...
Oh, no, you can walk up and kill anyone in the game. So you can just walk up to him and go, "Bitch, you're dead."
Ah, okay.
Or sorry, you can kill anyone in the game that isn't the maiden.
Because that ends the game.
Okay.
Well, you can kill her, but she just comes back.
Right, because she's technically immortal.
It's like the firekeeper where you can bonk her and shit. She's like, "Oh, thank you."
Well, no, the Man in Black is like, "Bitch, what are you doing?" Because she actually doesn't want to die.
Oh yeah, but
It's like, "Bitch."
She's like a forsaken one.
like I think Bloodborne's the only one where you can like actually hard kill.
It's the Silent Chief is the name.
Oh yeah, you're.
Yeah.
He eventually.
Mister, what were you saying about Bloodborne?
Change places.
I'm not sure I like this.
How this looks.
Does Axe have 2 wilds left?
Yes.
Why'd you admit it?
Is this the life we've been led to?
Oh,
Keep drawing more
actual
cards.
Bitch mode strategy.
Double wilds, and I don't have
What do
any
you mean?
purples.
I've literally only been paying up
You
the cards that
never
are off
end
of the
playing
deck.
a wild.
Purples. Purples.
You're gonna die.
But
And guess what, guys? We're doing it again!
but yeah, like it's a case of like he will not just outright destroy your save file to where it's uncompletable, but will definitely make it to where like, oh, this is just gonna be pain. It's gonna
Sometimes
be
I
pain.
let him kill Catherine because just fuck Catherine. But that's just me. A lot of the NPCs in Demon's Souls are kind of assholes.
I thought he had 2 wilds. What happened?
Well, I mean, Axe admitted it, so obviously he was lying.
Oh, he did the brain smart play. I see.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, we murdered Love again.
You murdered Loft twice, trying to
It was
bamboozle
almost
me
like
like I'm not holding in my fucking 80 cards
What I'm
like
hearing is
12
Despair
plus
tried
5s, you nerd.
No, what happened is Despair tried to stab Axe. Axe pushed for Despair over to Omega, and then Omega pushed for Despair into
Omega was like, nah, I'm not dealing with this shit. Who the fuck do you
Oh,
think you're
right,
dealing
no. Okay, it's I forgot. It's a little bit more generous than I thought it was. He only kills after you kill a boss.
Yes, every actually make progress marker.
Yeah. So actually, if you do his realm last, you can't. And his realm is, in my opinion, the hardest.
That was always the freaky thing, right, about Demon Souls, was that it was literally non-linear.
Oh yeah, no, it's like there's always like there's the optimum recommended thing.
It's recommended order because there's actually
Well, and I liked that because, like, people recommending it because that was kind of what turned me off of the game. Like, I gave it a decent try, but because of its non-linearity and just, it was a Soulsborne game before that was a thing, I was like, man, this is rough and I don't know what I'm doing.
I will say they added a thing in the remake to where there's some more hintings of where you could probably jump between the different worlds to, like, get items to help between each other.
Well, there's literally a point in the game that actually, if you're gonna try and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can't.
That's
if
fair
you
enough.
try and go to 1, 3 before you kill a capstone boss, it doesn't let you. The game goes no.
Yeah, because 1-3 is actually where you end it. Because, like, world
No,
where you end stuff.
After 1-2, it's like you have to have a greater demon soul or something like that to pass through.
Fun fact: World 1 is the only one that has 4.
Yeah, because 1-4 is where you kind of. Yeah.
1-4 is technically the second to last.
Oh my
Actually, don't
God.
have to.
Oh god, okay, they're murdering me now.
And I actually usually do.
Guys,
5,
do you
3
know how
last.
many fucking cards I was holding?
Yeah.
18?
Also, I was on 20, remember?
Fuck World 5.
What
with
is
a
this
first
game?
class. I fucking hate those somersaulting skeleton scimitar.
Pinwheels, I hate you
Summer
so
sculpting
much.
Black katana.
I think like
skeleton.
somebody should make a parody song about somersaulting skeletons to the tune of that one Psy song.
Just fucking pinwheels everywhere.
Somersaulting skeleton that's swirling all their sides.
No, Lucky, our monetization.
No, I probably said somersaulting skeletons.
I
Yes.
know. I'm joking
Oh,
because that
that's
song
actually
has.
original.
We have
It's under
literally
fair
gotten
use.
in trouble for that song.
Demon Souls is also one of the only games where you can make a suicide. Forgot about that.
I mean, because you're killing yourself in the hub world is actually beneficial
No,
for you.
if you talk to one of the bosses after doing a certain bit of questing, she actually just kills herself.
Oh, Australia.
Oh,
Yeah, Maiden Estrella.
I mean, yeah, because
Also, can I mention that I'm a little peeved that that apparently the physical copy preload's only for Xbox and not PlayStation? Sony, what you doing?
Yeah, that's also probably Sony's fault, like somehow.
Yeah.
Because I've actually, by the way, heard that from reviewers that sometimes like developers can't get them PlayStation codes or they can't give them enough PlayStation codes because Sony is weird.
I don't think it's Sony. I think it's a Japanese thing because like Japanese video game companies are a bit weird when it comes to preloading. No, I agree, but it's like that it doesn't surprise me that Microsoft is like, sure, go ahead, do whatever.
Well, also, from what I heard, even though like there are still there's some discretion that in terms of raw power, the Xbox is better, though apparently the PS5's like focus on load times really worked out for it still.
Terraforms.
But yeah, nobody
that
still
was
understands what the
last
fuck
gen.
all that. No, they still harped on about it this gen. Nobody still understands what that's for or why people say that. They because they just
it
throw
was because
big
the
number
multi-set fucked it
to
up one.
You need the flops.
I will say at least this game, this Xbox isn't as badly named.
It's still weird, but no.
yeah,
I'm still
Xbox.
hearing that the new one is like the PS5 is still more popular. Still more people want it. They're trying to buy
Oh
it.
god, by far.
I'm becoming you.
Not even close.
Well, I'm gonna become you really quick,
watching you.
or I'm not. Hey guys, guess what color I have?
Obviously.
favorite.
Ooh, that is a very
Oh,
stylish
again.
emote you've got there, sir.
It's quite fancy, yes.
How'd you get fancy?
I don't think we have any more emote slots, but if more people want to drop memberships, we can get more slots, get more
You guys
emotes.
just saw it?
Yeah, I literally just looked over.
Play 4 cards in a turn. Great.
We've been having a pretty intense Uno right now.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
these
it's
guys
not.
talk about
I
Dark
got
Souls,
an
and I
idea
vaguely
for
remember
So,
it.
like, alright, time for a new tyranny right now.
I'm also trying to pay attention to Uno and also getting messages from family about nonsense.
Family do that.
Oh right, isn't your government going through like a or something?
No. It's about me house sitting for the weekend. They wanting to ask if I can go early.
Perfect.
Oh.
So like,
Well, this is
they're
a-
like, hey, instead of showing up Friday, which is Thursday for you guys, they want me to go tomorrow.
Okay.
That's pretty early.
Hey.
Top deck!
No, my protection. I played my trap card.
You blew your imperm on something dumb.
Hey, it looks like we might get a 1.2 preview stream on December 11th. It looks like.
Just for Genshin?
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to drop in December because they wanted to do bi-monthly updates.
I need to play more Genshin, but I was really trying to cram Spider-Man before.
Did you actually beat Spider-Man or?
No, not yet. I'm pretty far along. I think I'm like,
Oh my
I gotta be
God,
around
have
like
you done-
70.
Wait, have you done any of the DLC?
No, God, no. I'm doing all the main story. Like, I mean, I've gotten a lot of the extra shit. Like, I picked up all the backpacks. I did all the Black Cat stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it before Thursday night because I got D&D for 5 million hours.
Has the obvious evil man thing yet?
No, I have
No,
not.
why do you do that?
I have not yet. Doc Ock is about to do the thing.
Oh, he's about to do the. Okay.
Yeah, I literally finished all the things you can do in his
Oh,
lab.
then you're
So,
not
like,
even halfway done, Omega.
really?
yeah,
The
then
game
you're
tells me
so
I'm over
far away.
half.
No, well, story-wise, maybe you're halfway done through like everything, but story-wise, the halfway point is the heel turn.
Oh, interesting. Because I'm like, I've got more than 50% progress. I think I'm like 68 or 70%. Because I've done a lot of extras and side quests as well.
Well, there's more than one villain involved. There's just a certain number of them. Six or
A
something?
sinister 6, would you say?
Is there a peasant Drake?
5, but less than 7.
Yeah.
They might be very sinister.
Yeah.
And very like
Also, they
really
did
memorable.
replace the Hornet with someone else because why the fuck would you put the Hornet in the game?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Like, it
damn
depends on if you guys want to, because we've hung out for a while. It depends on if anybody wants to like hang out and do card games after this. I might go play some
I
more
would like to.
Spider-Man because I finished my book.
I might do that a bit, but we'll see.
Did you at least get to the rally part?
Oh yeah, I'm well past that.
You
Oh,
got,
I
you got,
love that game so much.
Yeah, the current
Oh,
story quest
fuck,
I'm doing
damn
to
it.
do
Omega
your
win!
to do your
Damn it, I-
Spider-Man
color.
check-in.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay.
Oh,
my God,
3
he did
points.
Oh!
We have to do at least one more game. Uno hell, the stream can't end yet. But no, the story mission I'm about to start is Miles' first day at Feast.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Lucky, is there a new emote slot now?
Did you get to the cameo yet? I can't remember.
Which one?
The one that makes you cry
I don't think
Oh,
so.
with at the restaurant.
at the restaurant.
Oh yeah,
I think
no,
so.
that's way
I think I've
early.
seen it.
Yeah, no, that's like I think that was probably the best cameo.
It's between that and Spider-Verse. Like both of those are really heartwarming and hurtful right now.
Well, it's just because like it's just so like settling. Like it's like, oh, I love you guys.
Hey, Lucky. Do we have more emote slots now?
I'm checking.
He's got to
That's
get
his
in the
emote.
thing, okay?
Am I becoming contagious?
No.
Yes.
No, I'll say
already
this, Dallas.
Jewish.
All of us are really bad at speaking. Lucky and I have made this a thing we talk about.
I
on
have
the
actual.
show.
I've been diagnosed with actual social anxiety, so I don't know
What
what
should
the.
be good at?
That doesn't have anything to do with any of our abilities to speak. Like, I don't know if Lucky has social
We've
anxiety.
also been playing Uno for like 3 hours. I think that's gonna affect anybody.
I'm literally
let
standing
him
and then
make a
bouncing
play.
off my chair to keep myself actually focused right now.
I'll admit Uno is that we are at probably in the brain melt stage.
You were. Look at this photograph.
Stop! No!
God damn it.
No! No, we're talking about
Wait,
the.
what was
Okay.
the one? It's like,
Oh,
nah,
but Vesper was in last
Thank you,
place.
Joey.
My monetization.
No, we were talking Green Day. We gotta go. I walk a lonely road. The only
God damn it! Dennis, I hate you right now. I hate you for putting this upon me.
By the way, shout out to John at Dawn. Thank you for joining our membership. Vesper started this, so I don't know if I want to thank them. Also, thank you for the super chat at time, Carlos. It's a wonderful thing.
Why am I actually crying?
Why are you crying? I don't know. Though I don't know. People are different about crying than I am.
I apologize for what I just said on air.
What? Said what?
Oh, no one heard. Okay, good. I used the 3-letter word that's in that song.
Well, I made sure to take a sort of like fart through that word.
Ah, I didn't.
I see.
Said it.
That's okay. I don't think anybody heard you.
That's good.
Okay,
I have a
see.
migraine
So
now.
Todd's just out here saying racial slurs.
No, that's not
No, that's not that one.
I'm joking.
racist. It's sexual
Though I don't
orientation.
know if does it work this way for Loft? If you said it, would you think we're talking about cigarettes?
I don't think gay is a race.
No, I'm talking about
fuckers it
certain
is.
Englishisms and their use of
Yes,
that
no, that's
word.
the word. That is the word. To be fair, it's in the song, which
Would
was on a
Loft
Billboard number
think
one hit.
about?
Well, yes, but the same thing as American Idiot.
Ash,
Both the
why?
songs-
Oh my God, guys! Okay,
Look, it's
I've
over.
won. It's over. The stream's over. We're calling it here.
I'll take that 20 bucks
303.
now.
Yeah, I paid up.
He doesn't owe you anything. You
I
gave
paid
that
off.
to him.
No, Axe is implying I paid him off to win the game for me.
The game.
All right, I've done it, guys. That's my redemption
Oh,
tour
no,
after
make
getting
it real
shit
quick
on
for
for like
Ringo.
3 games in a row.
Hey now, Omega, I was a wingman for you as well. Don't forget that.
I know.
Sweet, sweet victory.
I mean, just run the game
Wait,
for
because
me.
Brent's been replaced for Shorty. I don't see the difference.
You're right though.
Okay, all right. Hey, thanks so much for
also,
tuning into the stream
Omega.
and dealing with this, guys, and like the
Omega.
memberships and the super chats. Yeah.
I found a game that we need to play one day.
Uh oh.
It's called Wolf Lord.
Uh oh.
I just want to play.
Is this a
It's
good
werewolf, but it has 85 different roles.
No.
Remind me that Dallas was
Mercia,
complaining about
but
getting furry
bigger.
recommendations.
I'm
and then
pre-playing.
missed.
I'm pre-pained thinking about this.
You
So,
you said Wolves of Mercia, but bigger. And
One
more
of them is the Oni.
That's not.
wait a
Um,
second.
That's not a werewolf at all.
One of them is the Wyvern.
These are all. That's also not a werewolf.
No, that is a
This
chaos.
is false advertising.
Only the Oni is actually on the werewolf team. The Wyvern
That's
is a wild card.
Wild. All right. Anyway, guys. Thanks so much for being there. For I think that was my 3rd win of the night. Was that all in a row? I don't know. Everybody lost count in the middle there.
There was definitely a game that you did not win in that.
Okay, so I think it was 2-2, none won. Or did I win 4 times and I lost count? Nobody knows. The stream is over. Go home, guys. Why are you still here? These people are going to stay here. I think everybody won at
you
least
definitely-
once.
You definitely won 3 games, Omega, but there was a game in between your 2 in a row.
Okay.
Okay, by the way, we did not unlock another emoji slot. We need one more person to unlock another emoji slot.
So, if you out
I mean,
there,
you
you
know
have
it.
money and you're brave, down below, hit the join button or click the link in our description. We'll get it. But I need to, like, get up and walk around and, like, drink some water and stuff. So I cannot. I thought about for a half second about keeping the stream until somebody did it, but there's, like, 13 of you left. Just think about it now, late, as I go
Are
away.
we like server level 2, so don't we have extra ones right
No,
now?
no, this
No,
is,
not
this
that
is
one.
membership on YouTube.
YouTube.
not
Oh,
the
okay.
Discord thing.
All right,
YouTube
sorry
slots,
then.
which are much more limited. All right, I'm gonna go now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and join, and support us on Patreon, and watch videos that come out. All right, bye.